I must confess, I'm really dragging this morning. I tried to get a couple hours of a nap yesterday in preparation for our late night, but it just so happens that my brother was also in town this week, so I got together with him, had lunch, talked about No Country for Old Men for like 2 hours because it's the greatest movie ever, George. And I'm surprised your boys don't like that. They gotta love that movie.
No, not really.
Damn. My brother also claims that he rewatched Raising Arizona and it still holds up. That it's just as funny and fresh. Now, who knows if that's good old day syndrome. But have they watched Raising Arizona, another Coen Brothers masterpiece?
Yeah.
And just
No, they thought it was good.
No, come on. No,
they didn't write their college dissertation on it, but
well, that's
they
not
thought
the
it was
only
good,
two choices.
obviously.
I mean, so I didn't quite get as much sleep as I would have wanted to, and then this morning I was feeling bad last night.
Like ill?
Just my back is really hurting, and I feel run down.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm worried that I've
headache.
Yeah, we've been in planes, and this is always the way that I end up getting sick. I just kind of get the all over body ache, and so I fear that that's coming on, and I can always trigger myself to go full blown into getting sick by not getting enough sleep.
Right.
So I'm at a real crossroads this morning.
Need to
Which way is it
go
gonna go
back to your hotel room after the show and sleep until tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
I know. I need to go down to these places that we walk by that are advertising. You go in there and you see people just laying in their dentist chairs getting drips of B12.
Yeah.
That's so weird.
IVs and oxygen.
IVs, and they got oxygen strapped to their face, and it's just like you're walking by and it's right next to a Cartier store. Or, it's just... It looks like a lot of rich people that have too much money is what it looks like to me.
And they're called something weird, like the store is called Refresh or Revive, or there are a few of them.
Restore.
Restore, yeah.
Yeah. Gotta get ready to go again, bro.
But first of all, don't ever bro me.
Why not?
Because it's stupid.
I thought that's what we did.
We bro each other. But I do need to do something because I'm about this close to just throwing down my headset and going back to the room and saying, that's all right. It was a good career. I'm
just
done.
Walking out.
Yeah, I'm done. Because
you're tired.
Yeah, I finally ran out of energy for this job. Okay, so last night, going to Sphere, and I noticed that Buno mispronounced it and said The Sphere. And we get corrected on that, and the Sphere people want to correct you too. Because it's just Sphere from the makers of Restore.
Isn't it like Eagles? The band is technically Eagles, but everybody says the Eagles.
Yes.
I went to see the Eagles.
And at some point, even Don Henley says you got to give up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not that big a deal.
People call you the Eagles. It's like, I don't know if people know this. We are musers. We are musers, and that's what we refer to ourselves as. But people call us the musers, and we just go with it. We go with
Muse,
Craig, you were talking about the sound system at Sphere. Sphere immersive... Sphere. That's a weird word. Sphere. Sphere immersive sound is the world's largest concert-grade audio system.
Okay.
All right.
You just going to let that dressed-up language go?
No, because I thought they did an amazing job last night of delivering a loud rock concert that didn't just, blow you away.
Yes.
First of all, it was too loud. It was still too loud.
It was not too loud.
Second of all, the mix was off.
Not from where I was.
Well, it's supposed to be every seat is supposed to be the perfect mix. They brag about this in their...
Okay, what was wrong with the mix?
Okay, one, Adam Clayton's bass did not even show up until about halfway through the set.
I didn't notice that.
The first 6 songs or so, his bass was almost non-existent. And I felt bad for him up there. He's playing his tail off. He's playing his mustache off. and they don't even have him up loud enough in the mix. Meanwhile, the Edge's vocals turned up way louder than Bono's a lot of times. And, the Edge is not using any mic technique because he's wearing a stupid Janet Jackson thing, so he can't do any vocal dynamics with that.
I think for a live mix, it was pretty darn good. I do think there's some legitimacy to what you're saying about the mix and vocals, but now, I've heard that before with those two.
And some of this may have been intentional on their part because it sounded like they were trying to not do much tracking and have a lot of backing tracks. They did have some with additional sounds that were being added, but the mix was not that great. Now that could be the sound guy, not the sound system.
I don't disagree with you. There were times when I thought I couldn't hear something.
Yeah.
And there were other times when I thought I was hearing a little too much of something. But it was outweighed by the crispness and quality and clarity of the sound.
For a live show, that
I
was
disagree
incredible.
with you on that on one very important aspect. And then I think Bono was using what sounded like a horrible microphone for him.
Yes, there were times when he spoke, and I couldn't quite understand what he was saying.
It had all the high end rolled off of it. It was like all mid-range, and it looked like it was an SM58 capsule on the top of that wireless pack. But it just sounded like it had no definition and clarity. And when you're in a space like this, which this immersive sound system called HoloPlot, which is 3D audio beamforming and wave field synthesis technology that they're using to deliver each and every seat its own personalized audio exploration, and all this high-flown language they throw in here. If it's that good, give him something other than an SM58 that sounds like it's got a damaged capsule.
Yeah, I didn't notice that. I thought, compared to where I've seen him at arenas, I didn't see him at the Death Star for the reason that I think everything sounds like poop in there. I thought that was the best I've heard of him. I think there's a lot of bounce to them, obviously with the way the Edge plays, and I think it's hard for them to come across. Maybe some of that is how we're used to hearing it. And I think that's hard to duplicate in a live setting.
Granted, especially when you get thick albums like Octoon Baby that have a lot of sounds going on.
A lot of those songs have crazy.
It's hard to reform. But one of the primary things you can do, give your lead singer, who is the human face of the band, a microphone to where you can hear all the definition and detail and breath in his voice. And there just was not enough high end in his microphone. It sounded dull.
The only thing I noticed was during The Fly, the second song they played. Did you guys notice when Edge's guitar went silent?
Yeah.
And he was stamping on his board, on his pedals, trying to bring it back to life. But it was about
a whole verse or so,
30 to 45 seconds where you couldn't hear his guitar at all. That was the only snafu
It's good
I
to
heard.
know that big-time bands have failure, too, when it comes to why something shorts out or doesn't go at a certain moment.
He's got an incredibly overcomplicated rig.
Yeah.
And when I've seen interviews with Dallas, I'm like, I'm not sure that's the guy that I'd trust to go with something overcomplicated. But God bless Dallas. It was cool seeing him. He's a very famous tech. I have an affinity for techs. But that was Edge's guitar tech, and the Edge has one of the most complicated systems ever when it comes to guitar. But as I was reading back through the writings and Wikipedia entries on the album Octoon Baby, which was the emphasis of last night's Sphere show, what a bunch of malarkey that people throw around. And it's not just that band, but it's...
We'll throw it at us and we'll see if it's accurate.
Whereas Bono exhibited a full-throated vocal delivery on the group's previous releases, for Octoon Baby he extended his range into a lower register and used what is described as breathy and subdued colors.
Oh, I can see that.
Colors.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking for the texture and the cinematic, while eschewing the deconstructionism of parsimony, U2 wanted to communicate between the spaces, with Bono saying that lowering his voice helped him find a new vocal vocabulary. that was not alienating to the concept of distance and the oblique. Oftentimes intrapersonal, the Edge was left advocating for more personal themes, despite the return to Dadaist themes and a gentle exploration of exploitation and stratified examination of consumerism.
Yeah, I just think he has some really cool riffs in that album.
This became subject to degrees in textual reinterpretation.
Who wrote that?
I'm sure Bono did.
I doubt it.
It's a bunch of over-analyzed crap. It's just it's just kind of cool music. We're kind of doing. We're going more industrial sounding here, and we're gonna kind of attack consumerism. That's all you need to say. You don't put all this stuff in there.
Well, I would bet 99.9% of the people that went last night would say, "Who's the guy talking about not enough high end on the SM58?" I mean, it's just the.
Okay, but
how much detail do you want to talk about or accept or, critique?
Well, this was BS. You know that this was BS what I just said. Right?
About not enough high end? Yes, you're right.
No, and you defending this textual Dadaism reinterpretation
I'm not defending
of the
it.
textual.
I'm not defending it. It lost me halfway in.
You know how I know it's stupid? Because I just basically word saladed what they had thrown out there. I added some fake stuff in there.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. That you were defending when you thought it was from them. But no, I would argue that it's much more important to have the vocals audible. And yes, the people in the stands are not going to think, oh, it's got a damaged capsule in the microphone or whatever. Yeah, they're not going to think that. But they can think what Craig thought, which is like, it was kind of hard to understand him talking. Well, when there's certain frequencies missing and frequency spectrums missing, you're missing out on the part of his voice that is intelligible.
But for the most part, I thought the sound was really great. And I wonder if that, just the acoustics of a ball, of a sphere, I wonder if it's just hard to navigate, or they're trying to work through a bunch of kinks since they're basically the first band in there, and they're still trying to play with it. That
I think there is some of that.
You didn't notice that the Edge's voice was way forward in the mix, even more than Bono's.
Sometimes I did. I think from where I was sitting, I was in the perfect spot. I was, right in the middle of the stage, 30 yards away.
They're all perfect spots.
Well, maybe. But I think I had a different vantage point audibly than you did.
I also think that was maybe on purpose because I think Edge needs to give Bono a little more help with the vocals these days because Bono's voice
and we're going to talk about that when
8:15. It's not what it was. And so there were times last night when Bono was letting the crowd sing more. I think letting Edge sing more.
The Edge was covering for him a lot.
And I was okay with that because the Edge can still hit those high notes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Bono had a lot of, we'll talk about it at 8:15. I thought he had a lot of
bad moments.
Dude in his 60s, pretty amazing vocally. I thought he would pass up some of the vocals that he took on.
My main criticism of the show is they didn't show me enough on the projections.
He's not kidding about that.
He's not kidding, and that's fine.
I was waiting for you guys to make that joke, and I had to make it because you didn't.
About Bono's voice, that new album that they put out with all the songs stripped down, it's just him and the Edge. His voice, when it's just real low-key like that, is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like, as pretty as I've ever heard it. It's just that he doesn't have the range that he used to. And he can't – I mean, no one has thrashed their voice over the years in rock like Bono from the Unforgettable Fire era where he is just screaming in every song.
I think it's smart that what he's doing,
Yeah, so no wonder he can't do all that at age 62.
And I love my bass players. Love my bass players.
Here we go.
But did Adam Clayton have to switch basses?
Yep.
14 times throughout the show. And he's switching basses. Now, normally when a bass player switches basses, he's going to be putting on a 5-string, or he's got to put on a specific kind of bass. He was using basically precision setups and jazz setups the whole time.
Okay, Mr. Keith, how many basses do you own?
Way too many.
Answer the question. How many basses do you own?
Dude, he was switching basses almost more frequently than the Edge.
And Mr.
Guitars.
Keith, are you currently on tour with a band, so you need a lot of basses?
Okay.
I rest my case.
Order in the court.
You wait. I'm going to start switching microphones during segments. What?
Fine.
This next paragraph, I need something with a little bit more mid-range.
You know what? If there was anyone on the ticket that would do that, it would be you.
And that'd be fine.
By the way, how'd you think Adam sounded and played?
When I could hear him?
Yeah.
Very basic, serviceable. I do love Adam's presence, though. He has a coolness to him.
Yes,
Yeah.
he definitely does.
That I like. And I like that he had that Sully mustache going. That was funny.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give you a full review coming up at 8:15 of U2 at the Sphere last night here in Las Vegas.
Well, we almost ran into a criminal yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see the news about the Spider-Man guy that climbed the Sphere?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. As Corby said, I was afraid he was going to, fall through and somehow cancel the show.
How awful
That
would that
made
have
you
been?
mad?
Oh, my gosh.
He bills himself as, quote, the official pro-life Spider-Man.
Okay. That title probably didn't exist.
Who was the one before him?
I think he's the first.
He's the first official, well, but that's not in his title.
Well, he needs to add it. He needs
he
like
doesn't
First
say
National Bank. He
the
needs
first
to
official pro-life Spider-Man. He just says he's the official.
He needs to add that.
He's going to need another verse there. The guy scaled the exterior of the massive Sphere venue here in Las Vegas, where we went last night to see a concert.
You get all the way to the top?
He did this yesterday. I think he got all the way to the top.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, 366 feet high. He's 24-year-old Maison Duchamp, which is a haughty name. And that name doesn't sound American enough for me. What's he doing?
Maison Duchamp.
Is he actually French or is he American?
I don't know.
Clearly his name is solid French. It's all kinds of messed up. Says that he's a local rock climber. And he's scaled skyscrapers before Vegas. He did this last year at the Super Bowl. He climbed the bank tower.
Yeah,
What
one of
was
the downtown Phoenix
Yeah.
buildings.
Yeah.
I forget which building it was. But he says this latest stunt was meant to bring attention to his anti-abortion cause. He's helping to raise funds for a pregnant woman who's experiencing homelessness.
What's the sentencing or the punishment for doing that?
I
For
don't
climbing
know.
up? Because it
Because
differs from city to city.
if he just did this last year, he obviously didn't get significant jail time for the last time he did it. He's doing it again. He was first arrested by Las Vegas police in August of 2021 after scaling the Aria on the Strip. And at that time, he was protesting mask mandates during the COVID pandemic. He was charged with a misdemeanor disorderly conduct then and trespassing. But prosecutors later dismissed the case. How do you dismiss the case?
I don't know. You just feel sorry for the guy, or
Do you think that you don't have the right guy? Do you think you don't have enough evidence against him?
That it was another superhero that was...
That it was another official pro-life Spider-Man
you
that
just
did it?
decide it's not worth prosecuting?
How hard is it to prosecute it? Don't you just write him a ticket and see if he fights it?
I don't know.
I wish we knew.
Yeah.
I don't know how those guys do it. I was watching our window washer yesterday at the Mandalay Bay Hotel.
Ooh, I didn't see
No
that.
way.
Oh, my God.
No
It was
way.
making me so nervous. And he's just out there 40 floors up like it's
Squeegeeing?
nothing. Yeah, squeegeeing.
We're in cargo shorts and flip-flops.
Yeah. How did those guys do it?
Would you ever get on a scaffolding with,
No way.
with flip-flops
No. Anything.
when you're having to crunch toe them to keep them on you? I hate
I
that.
don't know why so many people wear those.
Corby wears sandals, not flip-flops, right?
Bob wears flip-flops.
I think Corby wears flip-flops.
Yeah,
I
Bob-
wear them.
Bob does wear flip-flops. You don't wear flip-flops.
I don't wear them to work.
Not
but
to work.
I wear them, in the summer a lot, just going out.
You don't mind that thing between your toes?
No.
Yeah, me too.
You don't mind it?
No, I do mind it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I hate flip-flops.
That's the worst feeling ever. It's like a toe thong.
I don't feel it at all. I think maybe after a while you get used to it, or that little area toughens up.
Yeah, how long does it take for, and it's mainly women who wear thongs. Do you know any guys that wear thongs?
Couple.
Oh.
Well,
Wait, Killer raised hand
George
and
does.
George?
Me and Killer.
Yeah.
Y'all both wear thongs.
Red
like right
ones.
now or just sometimes?
All the time.
All the time.
Are you trying to underwear shame me right now?
No, I'm trying to underwear understand you. Didn't know I'd say it today, but yes. Are you just kidding? Or
Yeah.
are you actually... Okay.
I don't know. Let's keep it a mystery.
Jason, were you doing shtick or were you being serious?
I was being serious.
Okay, so you wear thongs.
And I
Thong
go
underwear.
commando a lot, too.
Okay, so a thong, like what brand of thong is this?
It's
don't know.
isn't it Victor's
Okay.
secret?
If you're kidding, you can say you're kidding.
I'm kidding.
Okay, all right.
Not about the commando part.
Anyway, I'm assuming it takes, like Craig is saying, it takes you time to get used to it. But how long would it take for you to get used to wearing a thong?
I don't know. I do know that our wonderful clients, advertisers, yeah, that
Yeah.
word works.
Yeah.
Harimari,
Yeah.
their flip-flops are ridiculously comfortable. I've got 3 or 4 pairs of them.
See, now I have some of theirs, and I swear they're sandals. But I haven't worn them in a while.
What's the difference between a flip-flop and a sandal? I always thought a sandal had a backing to
Yeah,
it.
it's got to have a strap that back.
Yeah.
up.
Now,
Jesus wore sandals.
Now, when I'm referring to flip-flops, I'm referring to the ones that goes between your toes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I thought Harimaris were not. They were more like sandals.
I think they're flip-flops.
They go between your toes?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I mean, God bless you. God bless you. So this guy climbed the sphere while wearing flip-flops. That story's too creepy. Skip that. Prince William speaks out about King Charles III's cancer diagnosis. You know, this is the official show of record when it comes to the royals, and we've been following King Charles, whose first sign of cancer was sausage fingers about 30 years ago.
They symptom.
Anyway, the heir to the throne, who's only 41, he seems older than that to me.
William?
Yeah.
That seems about right.
Yeah.
His hairline would indicate he's older, but
Why doesn't he go bald?
I
Like,
know.
just shave the head
I know.
entirely.
he should.
It looks bad the way he does his hair. I mean, no offense to
I
him.
don't know. I think you ought to frizz it out around the rim.
Like, do the mad professor look? There
Yeah.
used to be some guy on, I don't know, cable TV, the Wizard, who would do experiments when he had a crazy bald head,
Yeah.
but it was grown out around the sides.
Yeah.
Or George Jefferson.
Yes. God, that'd be a great look. Or, how about this? Tattoo on hair.
Okay.
So make it look like you just have plastered on, like, dark hair that kind of comes down and looks very Germanic.
He was at media night, too.
Yeah, there was a dude at media night
Oh, yeah.
who looked like Hitler.
Yeah, we saw him in opening night, too. He's
It
in the
was
media.
shocking.
Why doesn't one of that? I mean, he was an older guy. He looked like he was maybe 70. But you're telling me not one of his friends has the courage to take him aside and say, "Hey,
Hey, man, you need to lose the
I don't know
mustache because
I don't know if you realize this. I don't know if you're a fan of history, but
you look like that German guy.
look at that guy from the from like the 30s and 40s.
The Nazis.
I mean, I don't know if you're a history buff or anything.
Yeah, his friend should tell him grow a beard or just shave the. If he shaved the mustache, I don't think.
Shave the mustache,
think a thing about
or get a different haircut. The one that you have is it's scaring a lot of people around here. But anyway, Prince William said he thanked everyone for their kind messages of support. He's under a lot of pressure right now. He's got his dad going through cancer stuff. His wife just had some kind of abdominal surgery. He's trying to hold it together while Prince Harry apparently flew in for an unauthorized visit. It wasn't like something that they arranged for him to come in and see his father during the cancer scare. Prince Harry took it upon himself and took Tyler Perry's jet in to see his dad, and his dad has to deal with all that mess.
Plus, William has 2 or 3 kids, and I don't know if they have can afford daycare.
Yeah, they don't
help.
have child care, so he's having to watch the kids,
Yeah.
get them to all their appointments.
He's got a lot going on.
Man, he's stretched thin. Those Florida the 2 students of that woman who was driving her kids to school with a big OnlyFans decal on the family vehicle, advertising her OnlyFans account. Her 2 kids were expelled from their Christian school because of her.
Oh, man.
Her decal.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
I bet you there'll be another school that offers those kids free tuition. Wouldn't
If I ran a school, I'd let her bring her kids there.
That'd be good PR.
It's fair.
No,
It's fair. It's what it is.
You're doing it because you have creepy intentions.
No, I just think it's fair.
No, you like that mommy too much.
If you were the principal, you'd say, we'll give your kids free tuition in exchange for a free subscription for me to your OnlyFans.
No, I wouldn't say anything about that.
Will you talk to your mom for me?
I would say there are
Tell her you
weekly.
get free tuition if I can see where y'all came from.
I would say there are weekly principal parent meetings that she has to attend.
They said that she went out and got an even larger vinyl lettering scheme on the back of her car after this controversy broke. So
Okay.
Yeah, she's
doing
trolling a little
maybe
bit.
a little provocation here, but yeah, that's just advertising the family business. Is what she says. So, they're warning people: stop free birthing so much.
Is that when you give birth in a bathtub?
Well, I guess it doesn't have to be a bathtub. It's just anywhere. But
Water.
free births,
Ocean water.
free births are thought to be on the rise. What hedging language is this? In the wake of COVID, when many moms were forced to, feared going to hospitals and so on, so they were having babies at home. And I guess it started a little bit of a trend, and more women have been doing it since then. But they're warning that it's kind of risky. But it's legal. If you're a mom, you have the right to BM out a baby wherever you are.
You don't BM out
I don't
a baby.
know all the details of it, but I'm just saying that you can give birth wherever you want to. You don't have to go to a hospital. Although, couldn't you make an argument that it's a little bit medically negligent not to be around
if something
medical
goes wrong
personnel or have, be near a hospital? But yet women have been doing this for how long? Of course, women have been dying in childbirth
Right.
since the beginning, too. But yeah, they're saying that free birthing can be risky.
Yeah, imagine it can.
I want a free
But
birth.
everyone's a medical expert now, so why not? We don't need a doctor's help to have a child.
I sense that George is getting sidelined into some pre-digested argument that's bugged him for a while.
I'm just amazed that we have so many medical experts.
How
in
many
our country
arguments
now.
are really just reroutes into an old argument that you feel has not been thoroughly prosecuted yet?
2/3 at least.
Yes. You'll see it online. It's like you're talking about one thing, and within 3 comments, someone's back to their old trough eating out of it again.
You haven't noticed an uptick in people thinking that they're medical experts in the
When
last
it comes to
4
birthing?
years. Anything.
Yeah, it did spike during the pandemic for sure.
Yeah, but apparently Gordon didn't notice.
No, I didn't know. Did you free birth during the pandemic? I didn't.
You're an idiot. Do the next story.
In
Do
a
your
way,
own research.
In a way, I free birth every day.
What does that mean?
Yeah, I don't want to know.
When you
It's something
put
I
a
should.
foot up on each handicap bar and hover above the toilet and drop from 7 feet.
Bingo,
I'll put it
bingo.
this way: many times I feel like I probably should have been in a hospital for that.
After you rip something, I swear, half of his daily problems end up in an episiotomy.
Half.
No
that
radio
implies
host,
more than one.
Not even medical
Every
shows
day.
use that word as much as Gordo does.
Episiotomy?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've never used it before in my life.
I bingoed on it.
Episiotomy. A perineum massage will sometimes relieve the
He likes
need
working that in, too.
for an episiotomy. Let's see. 293 women died during pregnancy and within 6 weeks of giving birth between 2020 and 2022 in the UK. In 2 years, close to 300 women.
It seems like a lot.
Yeah, with modern medicine and everything. And finally in Muse, I do want to mention that I missed a detail about the famous Kansas City Chief, Darian Kennard, that I interviewed. He's related to Dolly Parton.
Yeah, how about that?
And his aunt is a first cousin of Dolly Parton.
Wow.
And I didn't know that when I was talking to him.
Man.
Now, Killer says he remembers one of our shows talking to him, and this came out.
Last year?
And you thought it was us, right? You thought it was me interviewing him?
I thought it was you guys.
It could have been.
Yeah, I don't remember nothing
We don't
about
remember
nothing.
Too bad we don't have an archive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're working on it.
We're struggling, Killer.
We're starting one.
Yeah.
30 years in.
John Williams is 92.
Greatness.
Boy, what a genius.
Name one good thing he wrote.
Everything he's ever written for Star Wars or what was the last one?
We just saw him.
It was for a sporting event, was it?
Yeah.
What was
was
it?
Olympic
that?
theme or something like that?
No,
He
it
writes
was
a lot
like
of that.
last fall.
Yeah. Was it the opening to the football season?
All right, what's greater, Star Wars or Indiana Jones?
Star Wars.
Theme-wise, you think so?
Yeah.
Both pretty great.
How about Jurassic Park or Jaws?
Jaws is more impactful.
Jaws better than Star Wars?
Listen to that.
It's too creepy. Gosh, just the sound of it. It sounds a little underwatery because it's kind of muted. And that
Man.
Stop it. Ted Koppel is 84.
And this
Has helmet hair.
is not like
Nick Nolte is 83. Wasn't he the guy that gave
Kind of a
himself
miracle.
the DR drug?
kind
Maybe.
of a
You know what I'm
miracle.
talking about?
Yeah, I think so.
Didn't he forget to cover his drink and he spiked his own drink?
Yeah.
The date rape drug or something?
Oh,
Robert Klein, 82.
Had him in studio.
Yes, that was kind of cool.
funny.
Creed Bratton from The Office is 81. He was funny in The Office. You like him?
Oh, that's Creed?
Is that Creed?
Yeah, it's Creed from The Office. Played a real... You just couldn't pin down, man, what is with this guy? He has some kind of backstory that is very sus. Mary Steenburgen is 71.
Should be Mary
So
Steam
confusing.
Virgin.
John Grisham is 69. Ticket's own.
Greatness.
Vince Neil of Motley Crue, 63. Mary McCormick is 55. Played Marcia Brady, right?
Maureen McCormick?
Oh, no, sorry.
She's
Mary
56
McCormick.
and gorgeous.
Mary McCormick is 55. I think I know which one she is. I can picture her in my face.
Mary McCormick was
Okay.
in the Howard Stern movie. She played his wife.
Okay.
All right. Seth Green, I didn't remember that. So I'm thinking of a different person. Seth Green is 50 from Austin Powers and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Cecily Strong from Saturday Night Live, 40.
He was also in Greg the Bunny.
Cecily Strong,
No. Watchahookie.
Mary
John
Steam
Williams?
Virgin?
No.
Free Birthing. Big Show is 52.
Can't wait till
That's a
he's coming
sports
to town.
birthday.
Okay.
Who is he?
Big Show?
Yeah.
I don't know. Killer?
Wrestler?
He's a wrestler.
Yeah.
Oh. Julio Jones is 35.
Julio Jones.
And our favorite guest of all time, Alonzo Mourning, turns 54.
That's calling.
All right, Gordo, thank you. That's Muse. But in this segment, we're going to talk about the field trip that we took last night, a traveling party of 8. Thanks to Gen X Davy Lane, who joins us now here
Whoa,
on Radio
looky there.
Row.
Hello.
Well, this is non-disclosure.
From
Gen
the-
X Davy Lane.
Thank you.
From the Hardline.
Go
and
Dave.
his Hardline mate, Bob Sturm, they each got tickets to the U2 show at the Sphere last night here in Las Vegas. Through the fan club, they got 8 tickets, and so they got tickets for everybody here. So thank you, Davey, and thank you,
Yes.
Bob, for procuring those tickets.
It was stressful because we knew that Wednesday night was the night that we wanted to go.
Yeah.
And as soon as they went on sale, we registered for the fan club, and we got in there. And it's one of those stressful Ticketmaster situations where you see all of the seats disappearing, and you're trying to hustle and make sure you get 4 together, in Bob's case, and then I got 4 on the floor, and we lucked out.
I feel like I'm forever in your debt.
You kind of are.
And I'm such a bad
Well, you
friend.
paid me, or your wife.
I know,
your
but-
wife paid me since you're not
I'm not on
You
Venmo.
you can't do any digital currency.
That doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, I feel like I have a debt to pay with you because I would have hated to have missed out on that last night. That was just absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I have the opposite.
you.
I have a feeling like Bob owes me for forcing me to go.
Yeah, so we talked a little bit earlier in the show about the route to get to the Sphere from our hotel. It was quite circuitous and
It was
time-consuming,
hilarious.
hilarious,
Hour and a
frustrating.
half.
We got lost.
So spinal tap.
Tram, monorail,
I
getting
love
lost
Cleveland.
in casinos. But we finally got there, and it was me, Gordo, Bob, and Bob's wife Sally that sat up in the 100 section.
Yes,
in
the
the
Yoko
seats.
Ono of the trip.
Yes.
Talking to Sally.
And
Sweet Sally.
on the floor with Davy's seats, it was George Davy, Corby, and Sean Bass.
Yeah, there were no seats, just GA down there.
Yeah,
Standing room.
standing room, right? Moving around as you want. And we had been told by many, many friends and many, many P1s that this was a show unlike anything you would ever see. And they were right. That show, we had a really high bar going in, but it delivered.
It was spectacular. It was at moments mind-blowing visually. It was beautiful. It's the most remarkable thing I've ever seen or witnessed at a concert,
Yes.
where we already love their music and have for a long time. But to see them like this, and they've always been about the presentation, whether it was something over the top on the Pop or Zoo TV tour. They were ahead of their time there in some things. Some of the stuff worked, some of it didn't. I don't know where to start with this. We were talking about that going home last night. Where do you start? Just walking up to the Sphere alone, something that has LED screens on the exterior and the interior, how someone came up with that and then executed it. And what were we watching last night? 8K?
Yeah.
It was more clear than what was in front of you on the stage.
Yeah.
To me, it was all about the venue. I know you guys love U2, and that's your favorite band.
Yeah.
And I like U2, but to me, the U2 portion of it was not the amazing part. The amazing part was that venue, outside and inside. Outside, it's incredible. As I said to Troy, it looks like a hologram right in the middle of the city because it's animated. It blinks at you. It's an eye. It can be a Super Bowl ring. It can be a tennis ball. It's incredible just walking up to it to have that as a feature inside your city. Now you add into it the fact that you can go inside it and do shows inside of it. That, to me, is the marvel.
Yeah.
That is the technological wizardry that we now live in, and there's going to be more of these things, I think, built around the world, at least ideas like this. The projections were incredible inside. The visuals were fantastic. I had some criticisms of the music and the mix and everything, but the overall experience of it was awesome because of the venue.
You know, right before the show started, Gordon and Bob and I walked all the way to the top because we wanted to see what the view was like up there. 3 very long escalators to get to the very top of the 400 level. You are a mile up there, but the view that those folks have, pretty spectacular because you see the entire screen all around you and behind you. And while you are really far removed from the stage, it looked like also a great experience up there.
Yeah, I don't think you have to be near them. I mean, it's a different experience, and it's cool to be near them. But you could totally get your money's worth watching that in the upper section of that and just watching the visuals.
Yeah.
Well, we were saying that we were close enough on the floor that Jubb could throw a spiral to Bono and he could toe drag the riser at the top.
Yeah, we were. What'd you figure, Dave? 20, 21 rows back.
If there were actual rows, we would be about 20 rows back. And it is all about the venue. I used to be a huge U2 fan. I don't really keep up with them anymore. I don't actively seek out to listen to them. But there were so many songs last night that I would punch out of if it was on the radio, but I loved it. Mm-hmm. It was just an amazing accompaniment with the visuals and the venue and being that intimate when you're on the floor. And, I would just say, because it is about the venue, that you need to go see someone there.
Yeah.
Even if you're just mildly interested, you need to have somebody that moves the needle for you a little, but then you need to make sure that it's somebody that you like enough, because you only have one first time at the Sphere.
Yeah.
And you need to make that the most magical experience it can possibly be, because it's mind-blowing.
And they're going to start pushing it more and more. I mean, this is the first act who's really done anything there. I can't wait to see all of the visual designs that they're going to start doing at that place.
Yeah.
As they push these designs further and further. I thought that there was a real chance to do more with when they played with the perspective one time. They played with the perspective of the place by making it look like the ceiling was closing down on you, and they made it into a box.
Right, yeah.
I thought
where
that
all
was-
the random characters were projecting kind of like the Matrix.
But all of a sudden you were in a square, a rectangle, as opposed to a sphere, and that was awesome.
Yeah, the ceiling was coming down on you.
down on top of you.
But see, that started before the show for us on the floor, because Davey and I looked up, and it looked like we're at the bottom of a volcano. We know that it's a sphere, but we looked up, and it looked like...
Yeah, it looked like it went on twice as high as it was.
Like 150 stories,
and
just way up at the top. There's a black hole up there.
An opening that opened up to the night sky.
Yeah, when you walk in, it's like you are walking into like a Roman ruin or an Aztec ruin or something, with the hole at the very top, and then at some point there was like a plane or a bird that flew over. But it's all a projection.
It's not even projection. It's
LED. I keep using the word projection incorrectly. Yes, it's all LED. But your eyes are tricked when you're walking in there. Like, is that a texture, or is that the screens, or what is that?
And they start off with that cool feature of it looked like you're sitting in a concrete dome or sphere or ball, and they start playing, and the rattling of the instruments in the low end starts making cracks inside it, and looks like dust is coming out.
Yeah.
And it looks like the whole
light
thing
going through the mortar.
Yeah, light going through the mortar. Looks like the place is about to collapse in on you. That was cool.
There were 2 or 3 things that I really loved. I loved all of the projection, all of the display. But the 3 that stood out to me during, even better than the real thing, when the backdrop was rotating with all those old Elvis scenes, and it made it look like the stage was rotating.
So freaky. It looked like this, from our vantage point, it looked like the stage was rising.
Yes.
They're going to fall off.
Yeah.
And then I had to catch myself.
It made you dizzy almost.
Yeah.
It was so...
When they had like the disco ball too, it would make your head get really disoriented.
There was one song where all 4 of them were really huge on the screen up above the stage, and so the camera was on each one of them the whole time, a super close-up shot, and it was really cool to watch each of them performing for as long as you wanted to watch them. It was like you were standing right in front of the edge, 2 feet in front of him. You could see every detail of his face and him on the guitar neck and everything.
What's crazy is the screens were the resolution was so high, and the camera resolution was so high. They make it to where it's very minimal, the cameras that are around them, and the stage is very unadorned. And the camera's very unobtrusive. But when they were showing from behind Bono, one of the cameras was behind Bono showing out into the audience, and you can see yourself.
Yeah.
I mean, it's such high resolution, you can see everybody's face.
It's like they have the contrast turned way up.
Yeah.
I saw George and Davey.
Did you?
Yeah, on that big screen.
Oh, wow.
Right there in front of Bono.
Yeah, because all the cameras are robotic.
Yeah.
And so there's not like camera guys running around on the stage. Everything is seamless.
Mm-hmm. And it was almost as if you were in different venues last night. You had the feel that you're in an arena for most of the night. But when they would go to a desert backdrop or a night backdrop,
it looked like you were outside.
We would turn around, and it looked like y'all were in half of a stadium.
Yeah.
Sitting behind us.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have been, an old baseball stadium or something, and the edges of the upper decks stood out, and it was just, it was just wild.
Well, there were also moments, too, where they would kind of kill all the visuals, and they would have some lights backlighting behind the LED screens, and so it was kind of like a cage backdrop,
Mm-hmm.
and it was like when we were down on the floor, it was like you were watching them in a small club.
How about the moment?
It made the whole venue go away.
How about the moment, Davey? You posted this picture on Twitter when they said we're gonna do away with the Sphere, and so it's what Vegas looked like outside of the Sphere, and it was the city skyline at night,
and it looked exactly like the Like when we were standing out at that media party and we were looking at the skyline.
Yeah.
It was exactly that. And then they started deconstructing it, and building by building, they took it down.
With cranes and everything.
With cranes
it was
in reverse of it being built until there was nothing but a desert landscape.
It was back to Las Vegas before there was a city.
It tricked us because Jubb thought it was like a live feed at first.
Yeah.
He was like,
it looked like a live
you could
feed.
stand out on the corner and just dance if you knew what time in the show.
Yeah.
And I thought at first, I wonder if that is like a live feed. And then I noticed the way the cars were moving, and they made the cars where they were almost hitting each other every time to have like this other little subtle drama that was going on within the picture.
Yeah, there's almost a rear-end collision where somebody didn't know which way they were going to go.
One guy would pull out right in front of the other one and swerve. It was great.
As far as the band and the music, they've been at this for 45 years. Bono has thrashed his voice unlike maybe any other vocalist over that period of time. You can tell that his voice is all 62 years of that. He couldn't quite belt it out or scream like he used to. Couldn't hit those high notes. So he was singing differently. I felt like he was pacing his voice. He was getting more backup help from the edge. But he saved it for a few moments where he still sounded really good. But I felt for him because you could tell that he couldn't sing like he could 30 years ago.
Well, he could still hit some of those falsettos. His
and
range is still great.
And I would say 9 years after that's the last time I saw him, in 2015 at the United Center in Chicago. I thought he was stronger vocally last night than he was then.
Really? That's good.
Yeah. So I thought he had a great night, and just like Patrick Mahomes, there is no one as unique as the Edge who just
or as cocky.
It's okay.
That's okay.
If you can do that and sing like that, I don't care,
that
man.
slow walk
you're one
at
of
the beginning when he's the last
he's one of the coolest guys on earth, and that's fine with me.
Looking all like Richard Gere and a toque.
One of my favorite moments was Mysterious Ways at the very end where he plays that solo and the camera was right up on him and he was dancing in front of the camera, hugely projected up onto, displayed up on the screen. That was such a great moment. I get chills watching that.
Another guy with unnecessary guitar changes.
Okay.
When your guitar is played that wet, you don't need all those different
Mr.
guitars.
Keith, how many guitars do you own?
Well, I don't.
And why do you own so many guitars? I think you're searching for some sort of tone, aren't you? Thank you. Thank you,
Right.
Rest.
I was excited though when he brought that Tuxedo Strat out.
Oh, God.
Because I knew it was going to be Where the Streets Have No Name, because that's the one he has always played on that song.
Yeah.
And that is always, to me, one of the greatest arena songs of all time is Where the Streets Have No Name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've cried before going to see them, and I thought I was going to do that a bunch last night. The one song that got me was One. It always gets me. And, man, that got me last night. It was just beautiful. That
He didn't
song,
bug you, the Edge, messing up that riff over and over
He didn't
again?
mess up anything.
Okay, all right.
He didn't mess up anything.
I also usually tear up during their shows, and I teared up during All I Want Is You because Bono dedicated it to all the women in the world and on their U2 crew, and he said our wives and our daughters, and then he goes into that song, which we actually had played during the early part of our wedding. I don't know if you remember that. It was when people were being seated or during the processional or something. So that got me. I started tearing up during that. And just their band is the soundtrack of my life and your life too, George. And George introduced me to U2 when we were in college in 1984, and he said, we got to go to Mr. Gaddy's and watch MTV. Because,
we didn't have cable at the dorm.
Yeah, we didn't have cable. He said, because they're going to play this video, U2 at Red Rocks, and I hear it's incredible. And I didn't really know anything about U2 that night, and so that was a life-changing moment for us.
Yeah, I thought about that last night, too. Just
when
how
Party
great
Girl
that was.
came on, I thought immediately of Red Rocks.
Yeah.
Because we used to watch that Red Rocks concert video all the time and got into Party Girl, and me and my brother, when we were learning how to play instruments, that was one of the first songs we would play.
Yeah.
I love the Crowded House cover of Don't Dream It's Over.
Yeah,
that was a great
great.
surprise.
Beautiful.
They did 23 songs total, couple of encores.
Does that count the short little medleys as well?
No.
Because they had like a little medley with Gloria.
Yeah, that does not count those, so they added in a few of those.
Does Love Me Tender count?
No, they didn't count that.
Yeah, that's just within a song.
A lot of Elvis. A lot of Elvis in that show.
And that made me think of Larry Mullen Jr., who's a huge Elvis fan. I thought the backup drummer, though, Bran Vandenberg.
Yeah.
Did I get that right? Yeah. He was great.
Yeah.
And you couldn't really.
I loved him. I thought in a lot of ways he was more interesting for me to watch than Larry.
He was very understated, too. He
Very
knew
understated.
it wasn't
but he had
about
an-
him.
He had an expressive face, though.
Yeah.
I just loved the intensity of his eyes. And
He was really good.
And his wardrobe changed when he came back for the encore. He was wearing the Elvis mugshot shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At one point, Bono wished a happy birthday to Chris Rock, who was there last night.
Yeah.
Yes, we had celebrities there in that box with him. Was
Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler,
Really?
David Spade, and then right next to them, Jason Kelsey and Roger Goodell.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hold on, I'm insane.
right above the two center suites.
they're in a different suite,
Oh,
but
okay.
they were in the suite next to them. I didn't explain that very well. And it was right above y'all, right where your seats were. Those suites up there. It was Chris Rock's birthday, and
Yeah, because right between the 100 and 200 levels, there's a little band of suites for the high rollers that I'm sure have their special secret entrance.
yeah.
Okay.
their Illuminati entrance.
Yeah.
Boy, and how about that? If Chris Rock got a shout out from Bono, and he sang "Happy Birthday" to him.
It's not that great a thing.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Chris Rock,
I'm sorry.
Chris Rock's
I'm
50 times more famous than Bono.
Ooh.
Well, I was trying to put. Hold
hold on
ourselves in
there.
that to have Bono sing
I don't.
"Happy Birthday."
There
to you
is
pretty cool.
no way Chris Rock is more famous than Bono.
Oh, my God.
There
You're
is no
crazy.
worldwide.
You're high.
You're
Yes.
out of your mind.
You are so high.
Okay, ask
I would
anyone 30 years old.
You are out of your mind.
I would say in the United States, Chris Rock is more famous, but worldwide, I would say Bono's more famous.
Yes. There's no question.
Worldwide, yeah, no question.
All right. So,
God, you are such a Rick with a.
yeah, his name is Richard.
Yeah.
Gordon
Okay,
Richard
he's going
Key.
to clam up. All right.
We could do 10 more segments
Yeah.
on this, and I know you guys on the Hardline will
Yeah,
talk a lot
we'll
about it.
definitely have more thoughts later on today.
Sean was there. We posted some pictures on Twitter and Instagram, and that video you posted, Davey, was also great on Twitter. It showed the rotating stage on.
Yeah.
better
Because
than the real thing.
the great thing is when you're on the floor, you can you lean back further than 90 degrees to see the top. And so I was taking a video and scrolling up, and it just keeps scrolling. You're like, how much further can this go? And then the last thing you see is this giant floating head. It's the most bizarre thing.
Let us see
Amazing.
what Taylor's going to do there. You think she'll perform there? She's got to.
Oh, gotta be.
sometime.
Yeah. That's the great thing about the venue is that because of the resources that a band will have to put into creating videos custom for that environment, it's going to only allow for a certain level of celebrity to perform there.
Yeah.
And I think the schedule that the Dead are doing, where they're just doing weekends like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday for like 6 weeks, that's going to kind of be the model, I think.
Who's the other band? It's the Dead and
Fish.
And Fish is
Yeah,
gonna,
those are
Okay.
good. Those are. I mean, I don't
Well, there'll be
care
some
about
people
either of those
freaking out at
bands.
that thing.
As long as I had a chair,
Well,
I would
man.
love to see those.
I can't imagine being on shrooms or acid.
Yeah, people will
and
freak
watching
out.
a show there.
There will be hospitalizations, I think.
All right, that's our review of U2 at the Sphere last night. Coming up next here from Radio Row, I think we're going to talk to a Las Vegas mobster.
Patreon.com/sportsgreek.
Here on Radio Row in Las Vegas, site of Super Bowl 58, we are pleased to be joined by an old friend of our show. It's noted mobster Johnny Pants, and I guess it's no surprise we see you.
Put these headsets
Yeah,
on.
no surprise
put it
to
on
see
there.
you in Las Vegas, Johnny
How you
Pants.
two guys doing here?
Doing great.
Johnny
Okay.
Pants here. I bet you're wondering how I got the name Johnny Pants.
Yeah, how'd you get that name?
It was just one of those deals, you know?
Yeah?
That's it?
So, yeah, sometimes your name is Jonathan Pants and people start calling you Johnny. It's no big deal. you
Okay.
know?
Oh, it's kind of like
What
Coach
about
Joe.
the pants part?
And also, because you insult people so hard, sometimes they have to get new pants.
You have to get new pants.
Yeah, look at George over there with that shirt tail all crazy like and your hairstyle being all like, whatever and stuff. Boom, roasted. Stuff like that, man.
I
Put
guess
you in an
roasted.
early grave there.
Did
yeah.
you roast him?
I think I might need some new
Yeah.
pants.
Well, I'm here, guys, for a very special reason.
Okay?
I'm here for the protection and the presentation of my boss, the most honorable Don Marconioni.
Oh, yeah, we've
You
heard of
two
him.
may have noticed with your stupid eyes that are all crossed and googly-like and smelly.
Smelly?
That the heavy-set man I'm currently pushing in a golden wheelchair, who's wearing a mirrored three-piece suit and smoking a rather large cigar and wearing a 24-karat football helmet, is sitting right in front of me. You may have noticed.
I was wondering who that was.
Yeah, who is that?
Well, that happens to be His Sicilian Majesty, Don Marconioni.
Oh, should we put a headset on?
Capo of the radio syndicate, Don Marconioni.
Let's talk to him.
I present to you George Dumbass and Craig Idiot.
Hello, Mr. Marconioni.
Hello.
Marconioni.
Which one's the idiot?
That's me.
That's both
Craig.
of them, really, but mainly more the skinny guy over here.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, good morning. It's good morning.
It's good morning.
We go hard in Vegas. It's hard to keep track of the time.
Now, the reason that we are here is because the righteous Don Marconioni has taken control over a certain new casino and hotel after he had a little disagreement with management. He didn't replenish the towels fast enough, so he took over as the principal operator of the Golden Codpiece,
Where is
the
that
newest
hotel?
immersive casino on the Strip.
Huh.
It's all Vegas. It's downtown. It's not on the strip.
Fremont
Okay.
down there?
Vegas,
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I'm doing just a handful of appearances to promote the Golden Codpiece
Wow.
here at the Media Center.
Thank you.
I'll be on with you guys, and then I'll be going over and doing the show with the gentleman that wears the sleeveless blouses.
Oh, Pat McAfee?
Yeah, Pat McAfee.
That's right. Now, the Golden Codpiece is a beautiful facility with a finish out directed personally by His Eternal Classiness, Don Marconioni. I mean,
Yes,
we have
indeed.
more amenities than an amenity warehouse that has like an extra room with more amenities stored inside of it.
Okay, I think I follow.
So, really nice place. Don Marconioni. Tell them some of the things you decided for the Golden Codpiece.
Well, I would like you gentlemen to stay in one of our exclusive suites.
Oh,
When you walk into the suite, you'll notice that in the bathroom we have beautiful heart-shaped toilets with fur-covered toilet seats.
Huh.
sounds comfy.
Very, very luxurious and classy. They are placed in his and her adjoining toilets with a sliding partition.
Oh, man.
Because there's an old Sicilian saying, true love is witnessing your mutual mud birth.
Oh, my goodness. I've never
gosh,
heard
I've
that.
Never heard
Very
I don't know that that's
classy.
beautiful or
Not
classy.
very classy. No.
You go into the bedroom. We have a California king.
Uh-huh.
That's like two kings sleeping together. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No.
And it's a vibrating bed. And if you need a little extra, you hit a button on the remote, you get Fran Drescher moaning sounds.
Huh. Okay.
That, again,
Ultimate
classic.
in eroticism, Don Marconioni.
You hit the other button on the remote,
Yeah.
down from the ceilings, remote control stirrups.
I don't think
Stirrups,
that's really,
okay. Interesting.
a
The
great
ultimate
item.
in lovemaking.
You press the third button, you start off in exploration mode, then you click it again, you go to full octobirth mode.
Oh, my
That's very
gosh.
wide.
So lovemaking
Very
or
right.
an exam.
And if you, after you have your mutual mud making with your love,
Yeah.
we have extra strength pulsating bidets.
Extra pulsating.
They clean you all the way out up into the colon.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow, it's quite a service.
Sounds like a dangerous hotel room.
Don Marconioni has not only personally designed all the rooms, but he also has hand-selected the acts that are coming to the Steve Buscemi Theater, located within the Golden Codpiece Ballroom.
That sounds great.
Indeed, it's a very classy establishment. You guys, I heard you went to see a show last night.
Yeah, we saw you two at that Sphere.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
You know, I would not trust the Irish to wash my car, much less entertain me in a $1 billion light bulb.
That's funny, Don Marconioni.
No, you need to.
Ow!
Oh, jeez.
You need to shut up.
My apologies.
Wow, that was awkward.
Right.
No, at the Steve Buscemi Theater at the Golden Codpiece, we have a few upcoming shows that I like to promote.
Okay.
Sure.
We have Kid Rock Acoustic. It's kind of unplugged.
Okay. That may be all right.
We also have a. You guys like cabaret burlesque shows?
Sure.
Sure. Who doesn't?
We have Slitney Smears. It's a Britney Spears themed burlesque act.
Okay.
And then we also have our artist in residence. You may know him, Chris McKinley.
Oh, yes, we
That's
do know
where he
him.
is.
He does 12 shows daily.
Oh, my God.
12.
Yes.
That's a
Wow.
lot.
The Steve Buscemi room.
Yeah.
Steve Buscemi Theater.
We'd love to come over.
Now, don't
Well,
forget,
you know, hey, you stay with me at the Golden Codpiece.
Uh-huh.
You say a few kind words on the air.
Sure.
You get an eternal favor from me, Don Marconioni.
Okay.
You need somebody to disappear, it's done.
Well,
I got the muscle right here.
seriously,
Yeah.
I can do anything. I can kill whoever you want.
No, thank
You
you.
want me to
That's,
kill your parents? Easy. Let's do that.
that's very nice of you to offer.
Kill your families? What you
No,
want?
we don't
Anything
want
you
that.
want.
No, we're
I
fine.
can do anything.
We're
You want me to
good.
take out that Amanda Knox? I'll take her out. Like
Oh,
that.
my gosh.
Craig, if your little bicycle is spotted outside a gay bathhouse and you need the story to just go away, I'll take care of it.
Okay. I appreciate
Don
that.
will do it.
Yeah, George, you need some points shaved for your 6-team ACC parlay tonight.
Okay.
I can make that happen for you. You just say the word.
That's something. Okay, I'm out.
Yeah, the sports book at the Golden Codpiece is what we're really promoting here.
Yeah.
Oh, so many prop bets.
Tell them some of the prop bets we have for the big game on Sunday. You can't say Super Bowl for some
Right,
reason.
the big game.
The big game.
Well, we got Taylor Swift accidental upskirts. That's half. We're at 0.5 on that.
Yeah, we're not sure if they're gonna actually be low enough to shoot up into the box.
Yeah, I'm going
Right.
to take the
so to
under.
speak.
If you know what he's talking about. There.
Yeah, we got you. We got you.
You guys got to hurry here.
In-game Andy Reid hamburgers, 2.5.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. May take the over there.
Yeah, and other stuff. I didn't realize we were doing the
Well, I didn't know either. Hey, you know what else I'm
threw
gonna?
me off there.
Well, you know what else I'm gonna tell you about?
What?
You may notice that there is a certain horse-faced young lady that might be cheering on a certain other someone on Sunday.
Is it
Okay.
who he was just talking about?
Yeah, the one with the prop bet.
Yeah.
That I might be doing a little work for a certain political associate this weekend, where if that horse-faced young lady
Oh, my gosh.
and her beard-faced boyfriend endorse a certain other someone, they may be met with a little accident.
Oh,
my
gosh.
goodness.
What a threat that is.
Well, we really
There are no
appreciate
threats
you guys.
with Don Marconioni.
Really-
Only promises. All right, I got to get you out of
Okay,
here.
Yeah, I
all
really
right.
appreciate
We'll
you
see
guys being here.
Thanks for coming
Come
by.
down to the Golden Codpiece, my friend.
Golden Codpiece. We'll be there maybe by this afternoon. All right, it's 8:55.
Second longest bid in ticket history behind Spare
Old
Wars.
school ticket bit.
We have a few special guests here in the corner. First of all, from the Hardline, our afternoon show, Gen X Davey.
Yay, Davey. All right.
Good morning, Musers.
Thank you for showing up early and spending some time with us today, Davey.
It was tough.
I noticed that Corby has not made it here yet, and he promised me that he was going to be here for this.
Oh, really?
Too, yeah. But he isn't here. And then also, a guy that darn near at gunpoint begged us, said, hey,
He did.
man, give me the wireless microphone.
I got it.
I want to make magic happen. Jason Kellison has the
All right,
wireless
John.
microphone out there, known as Killer. Jason,
Gordon?
all right, we can hear you just fine.
Awesome.
I see you're towards the far end of the convention center.
Yeah, I'm
And-
stalking my prey right now.
Yeah, we all.
Are you talking about that girl?
The girl in the hot pants?
Yeah, she's like channel
Don't call her
Fox
your
5.
prey. Jeez, man.
She's doing a stand-up right now.
I thought we were having
Yeah.
a competition who could find the biggest celebrity And Jason's up first.
I don't think there are any celebrities.
Well,
in here.
you never know.
Here yet.
You guys are so lucky in the afternoon, Dave.
It is insane in here in the
I
afternoon.
know. This place is hopping. There's celebrities going table to table. We're here so early in the morning.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a ghost town.
I can get Chris Visser.
No.
Okay. All right.
Please. Okay, then tell us about the woman that you're looking at there. Can you tell what organization she works
Yes,
for?
Fox 5 here in Vegas.
All right.
Oh,
Say
okay.
hey.
Well, she's doing her live spot right now.
I like those.
Walk behind her
outfit
while
wearing.
she's doing her live spot.
Just
walk real
roll,
slow
walk
right
by
behind
her.
her.
pace back and forth.
Pull on your beard.
Yeah, you got that Unabomber beard happening there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, here we go.
Okay, what else do you see over there? Look at these people coming in on the far end of the of the convention center. There's a lot of people. Can you describe those people to us?
Yes, they're ladies.
Okay.
They are all like matching jackets too.
Yeah, are these Mormons?
I don't know. I'll go ask.
Ask her if she's Mormon.
You told him not to get us
She got
kicked
the whole
out of here.
package.
Well, I know. I don't want him to get kicked out of here.
Hi, ladies. How you guys doing?
That's how high his voice got.
Hey.
Killer here.
Why are you guys all dressed the same?
I asked myself the same question.
Did you guys coordinate?
No. We showed up downstairs and it happened.
Downstairs here?
Wow.
This hotel?
No, our hotel on the strip.
No.
Oh, what hotel are you staying at?
No.
What room?
Uh-oh.
Ask them what they do for a living.
Unclear. I forget. Yeah.
Oh, what? You're very famous. What do you do?
Public relations.
You want to hang out later?
Oh, no. Killer, no. Bail.
Jason Bale.
I'm being told to bail.
No. Keep talking to him, but
You know
ask
Travis?
Travis
Like
Kelce.
how long have you known him?
How far you know him?
Like how far?
Like a couple years.
Did you date him?
I think that.
No.
Are you
Going.
I'm telling you.
Is she jealous of Taylor?
I have no idea where it's going.
He's got to
I'm
pull
Jason.
a ripcord.
Ask him.
Yeah.
Ask them
No.
if they have families.
You guys have families?
Sure do.
You have children?
Don't. That's too creepy.
Okay.
How many?
Oh, okay. Bail.
How old are they?
They watch wrestling. Ask if.
8. Wow, 18 and 6. You don't look like you can have an 18-year-old.
What? You don't look
You're
like
really
you
good. What hotel you staying at?
Oh, no. Bail, please.
Oh, okay. I'm being told I need to go back now. Thank you, ladies.
Ask them if they've seen Sling Blade.
Have you seen Sling Blade?
Oh my gosh, forever ago. Yeah.
Did you love it?
I remember it. But yeah, I mean, I probably did.
Ask her if she hated
It
it.
was a big movie at the time.
Do you like having mustard on your biscuits?
No.
Okay.
Bail.
Thank you.
Bail.
What is he doing?
Well, what did you think?
What do you mean? What do
you're
I think?
the
You knew.
You're the all-star with
Fox
the
5 is red.
wireless, and you just throw it over to Killer.
An all-star with the wireless. A weird claim.
How are you guys doing? Hey, I'm Killer from Dallas.
Hey, Mariah.
Mariah, are you here in Vegas?
Are you?
Sports reporter for Fox here in Las Vegas.
What's your favorite sport?
Football, of course.
Oh, so you like to kick that ball around like soccer and stuff?
Not soccer. Football. NFL. American football. Is that how we have to say it?
Has,
American football.
has she seen
You ever
Sling
watch?
Blade?
Have you seen Sling Blade?
Sling Blade. I have not seen Sling Blade.
It's got Carl in it
It's
Oh.
got.
Let's
Okay.
go, Carla. Okay, please.
and
I can't
biscuits
take
with mustard
it.
on them.
Biscuits with mustard on them.
Yeah, and an aborted
Honestly, that
fetus
doesn't
in a
sound
shoe.
that
No,
box.
no, Killer.
Aborted
No.
fetus in a
No.
Okay, well then that sounds terrible.
It's a little bit terrible.
That's a tough one.
Ask about football. Ask
Okay.
about football.
Oh,
Ask her if she
Stop.
can invite you to any parties.
You like parties at football?
What?
No.
All right, thank
Please.
you.
Ask her.
No. Killer, tell her you got to go.
That went horribly.
Okay, bye.
Okay, you can't say that in his ear and then recoil like, oh, my God, I can't.
What? I didn't.
Dude,
I
you
said
tell me
one
what to say
question.
and I
I
say
said
it.
Sling Blade. That was it. And maybe a shoebox comment.
Come
you
back,
should
Killer.
see your face.
Yeah,
What?
Come
Why are
back.
you laughing
Killer
at
here.
that, Killer?
Your eyes got huge.
Well, yeah. Some.
All right, the Rant Revival is, what, 5 o'clock today?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
5:15.
5:15.
Okay.
Not now.
Hand the rig to Davey, to where you'll see how it's really done.
Oh, God.
Here's
Dave.
Okay. So
Go,
Dave
Dave.
has the wireless set up. Check the mic there, Dave.
Check.
Okay,
1,
good.
2.
So the biggest celebrity is the reporter from Channel 5 in Vegas.
All right, that's who he was able to get. What about down there? Do you think there's anything happening over here by
Man, I don't
NBC
see
Sports?
much
NBC
happening that
setup?
direction.
Looks pretty big. Well, go where your instincts tell you. You know, Dave has a rather large
Amazing
nose,
instincts.
and he has content sensing cells in his nose.
I'm
He
going to
can
go this
sniff it out.
direction.
He's like a radio dog.
Yeah, he is. Oh, look at these two women. Look at them. They're nice.
They're
No,
dressed
his-
like Christmas.
His senses didn't tell them that they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he passed
No
him by.
question, Dave's.
I do like the
senses.
Christmas.
He's a content sniffing dog. All right, he's
There is a
walking-
canine unit out here.
he's
Maybe I should
walking
follow the canine
way
unit.
far away.
Yeah, by the way, a lab thought I was Holden a couple of days
Really?
ago.
Really?
Yeah. The guy said, "What's in your pocket?" I said, "Well, my wallet." Yeah.
I think those dogs are fake. Like, I don't think that they really can sniff anything.
I think he smelled
out.
my lab. I think that's why he was going so crazy.
All right, Dave, we've lost sight of you. I don't even know where you are.
Yeah,
There
I'm
he
down
is.
by the Toyota Super Bowl Tundra.
Okay, and
Man, there's just not a lot. Oh, okay, here we go.
just
All
anyone
right,
who
here we
looks
go.
interesting.
No, here's a reporter down here.
Okay.
Hold on, lady. Oh. Good night.
You have to walk fast.
Well, now she's going to meet somebody in the FanDuel booth.
Well, grab her.
Just walk
Well, I
right
mean,
in
not
there with her.
physically,
Yeah, don't grab her.
But
No, I'm not going to grab her.
get her attention.
I'm going to lurk by her cameraman.
ask her a
Hey,
question.
how's it going, sir?
What's going on?
I'm with the ticket in
Don't tell
Dallas. So this is your reporter?
Our morning anchor, Nicole Loomis, yes.
So what station are you guys with?
KPIX in San Francisco.
In San Francisco. Okay, so you're...
Who's he think the Zodiac Killer is?
Yeah. Are you concerned about the identity of the Zodiac Killer?
No.
Who's he think it was?
Who do you think it was?
No idea.
Do you think it was anyone in the 49ers organization?
Ask him if he killed Bill Walsh.
Oh no!
Did the Zodiac
Do
kill
you,
Bill Walsh?
do you know if the Zodiac Killer killed Bill Walsh?
No, he did not.
He did not. Okay, who is your favorite serial killer?
I like none of them.
How long have you lived in San Francisco?
Whole life.
Oh, okay.
How long
So
is
are
that?
you a lifelong Niners fan then?
I am. I started rooting for him in the early 80s.
So do you hate the Cowboys?
Does it make you
They're
tense
not
that
my favorite
OJ
team
played
in the
for the
world. In
49ers?
My second favorite team is whoever the Cowboys are playing.
That hurts.
Oh,
that
boy.
hurts.
Who killed Ron
At
Goldman?
least we didn't sign OJ.
Yeah, are you when you were a kid, did you have a 49ers OJ Simpson jersey?
No, he was not on the team at that point.
Are you proud to have him in your team's Ring of Honor?
He's not in our Ring of Honor.
Oh, he's not? Do you think that he killed Ron Goldman?
For me to say.
Who is it to say?
Well, probably the man who did it, whoever that might
Who's
be.
OJ?
That's
Which
OJ.
was OJ, right?
The former 49er.
Someone
Yeah,
else.
49er great OJ Simpson.
Great for what, the year or two when he was overaged and out of shape? Yeah.
Right, when he was
Overaged.
just like trying
Well,
to think
he-
about
he could still make
if he
cuts.
could meet a white woman who could one day murder.
This is a dark subject you're going down.
I'm just trying to kill time until your anchor comes over here.
Okay, well, she's probably not gonna have time because we're on in 4 minutes.
Oh,
man.
gosh.
Are they going to talk about OJ?
Yeah, are you guys gonna have OJ on?
Absolutely.
Hey, Twitter world.
All right, thank you. You know who
I'm
she's talking
sweating.
to? You know who
Who?
she's talking to? She's talking to Kay Adams.
Who's that?
Who dat?
She's the NFL reporter.
Well,
Oh, okay.
He said Nicole Zaluma. She used to be on the NFL Network. She was an anchor on the NFL Network.
Okay, yeah,
For many
yeah,
years.
yeah,
I know
yeah.
her.
Kay Adams. Her pants.
Or what?
They're. I need to take a picture of this, but
Well, no, don't.
Don't
no, I don't
do
have
that.
I don't have my camera. I don't have my camera, but she's wearing like black pants, but then right at the thigh, each leg is denim, and they have a belt on the top. It's bizarre. It's high fashion.
Huh. We'll talk to another high fashion person.
There's no other high fashion people.
It's got to be somebody.
Well, that guy's head was spinning with all those 49er questions.
What are the chances that they're about to do a live shot about OJ?
Let's flash back to the 70s when O.J. Simpson was in the backfield.
Where are you, Dave?
I'm at the FanDuel booth.
Okay. I can't see
I mean,
you.
I'm hoping that one of these ladies makes themselves available.
Creepy.
Yeah, that is a little bit creepy. Wave your hand above your head. Where I
think
see
he's
Can you say hi to
behind.
Dallas really quick?
Hi, Dallas.
Remind me your name.
Nicole Zalumis.
And you used to work for NFL Network?
I did. I hosted NFL AM.
So
were a
you're friends with Kay, right? You guys will go way back?
We actually just met because there was a host in between us. So Aaron Coscarelli took over for me,
Oh.
and then Kay took over for her, and they completely rebranded the show.
Ask her about the mess of pants
Good
that Kay's
morning.
wearing.
Have you ever seen pants like the pants that Kay is wearing today?
She is amazing. She is a fashion icon. I just love that girl.
How would you describe those pants?
Tacky or just ugly?
Hot couture?
Okay, hot couture.
Hot.
Would you be caught dead in them?
Yeah, if I had a body like that, I definitely would.
Okay,
When would you
well,
like to die?
I'm not going to start comparing women's bodies.
That offends you.
Thank you, guys.
Man, you should have had her on a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, she's going live. Here's Kay Adams.
Okay, Kay Adams.
Ask her if Michael Irvin's ever made her nervous.
You ever backed away from Michael Irvin at a hotel lobby?
Kay, can I talk to you for a second? Oh no. Can you say hi to Dallas Fort Worth?
Dallas Fort Worth. Hello.
Can you describe your
Yeah, sounds like an AI voice.
No, I want you to describe my pants.
Well, it's each of your legs has a belt. I don't understand.
Few men do. Listen, the girls that get it, and the guys that don't.
How much did they cost?
No idea. Are we doing the prices right?
Yeah, don't ask
No,
personal questions.
you said
Tell her you're a
you
fan.
said it's couture. I'm a huge fan, by the way.
Who said it's couture?
I thought you did.
No, the
Nicole.
other girl said that.
The other
Are
girl
you
said that.
David Lane of KTCK.
Yeah, I'm from the Ticket in Dallas. I follow
We
you on
love you.
Twitter. I would love to have a drink. All right. She has a cocktail bar on her set.
Bartender Andy, we have a
Andy, how are you?
Good morning, Dallas Fort Worth.
Tell her what she's walking into.
bartender
It's an
today.
OJ round table.
Yeah.
Super Bowl champion. Very excited. On our show today, we have Emmitt Smith and then a ton of wide receivers.
Nope.
No way.
Theo, Deshaun Jackson.
That's
T.
not what we
Higgins,
were told.
March Chase. Then we have DJ Moore.
She's reading her marquee.
What about
Too many
OJ?
guesses.
We heard
Ask her if
where's
they're
a-
gonna have
Are you going to have OJ on?
No.
Have you ever been made uncomfortable by Michael Irvin?
No.
Did you know that Emmitt Smith endorses a tequila?
Yes.
and endorses it too
Do
hard.
you know what the name of it is?
No.
Neither does Emmett.
It's Petadita.
No, can't help you, bud.
What are we going to drink?
Well, I'm going to hand you a drink down there. I'm going to get ready for my show. It starts at
Oh,
11 a.m.
gosh.
We'll see you
That's
guys
a
on
brush
YouTube and on
off.
FanDuel TV.
Yeah.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Okay.
Thank you. Oh, talk to the hand.
Boy, it was going
That
well
was tense.
until we brought up OJ and Michael Irvin.
That was tense.
She basically shooed me off of her set.
Understandably.
Yeah. All right.
All right, Dave.
We're going to get in trouble.
Yeah, we
All
are.
because of you.
What
You
do
could have gone
because
out.
of me. I'm not even the guy out there with the microphone. How do you blame me for everything?
Well,
I sat back
I'm
here
right
because
most
you
of the
said,
time.
I said we should do some wireless, and you said, "Well, I don't trust you to go out with a wireless." I said,
that's
okay,
not what
we'll
I
get some
said. I
other
said
guys
you're
to
the
do
guy
it.
to do it.
And then we get them to do it, and you still blame me.
You,
I've only given
were-
them tasteful questions.
you had the one about the aborted fetus.
Of what?
The aborted fetus.
Don't say it like the devil. That makes me even creepier. Aborted shoebox fetus. Okay, Dave, are you
All
coming
right.
back here?
Way to go, Dave.
Yeah, I'm going to come back. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
don't
come
steal
back.
our microphone, Dave.
Yeah.
I'm just going to watch Kay Adams for a little longer.
Oh, stop it. I got to see what she looks like. And who's the other one? Nicole Platzenmeter?
Zalumis.
Yeah, Zalumis. All right, I'll look them up. Ouch! Oh, God! Help me.
You did it again?
That was amazing.
My fetus.
There's a curtain hiding the legs under this table, and Gordon hits it every day.
Dang it. That's why my knee has been hurting so badly.
Would you like me to do meatball surgery?
Well, no. What is that anyway?
That's what they did.
So they
in-
don't mash, but I never
Yeah.
understood what that meant.
It just meant real low rent, not many tools or instruments. Just slap it together.
Anesthesia. Ball. All right, that's the end.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you, Gordo, Davey,
Thank
and
you,
Killer.
David. Thank you, David.
All of that in the corner.
We have been covering Super Bowls now for 30 years. The first time we went to a Super Bowl together to do the show was when the Cowboys were in it and the ticket first went on the air. And I've never had to do this, and I don't think anyone else has either, when you leave our Super Bowl coverage early. Unfortunately, I will have to do that. I won't be here tomorrow. It's been a week now since we got the news that my oldest brother passed away. And he's been sick for a while. And it's my older brother, Tad. And it was cool that we're at a music show last night because he was my first musical hero. He taught me how to play guitar. And you guys have asked me several times, what was it like to be in a big family? Mm-hmm. It was awesome. I was the youngest of 5, still am the youngest of 5, but 2 of us are no longer here. My sister Nancy passed away last summer, and then Tad passed away last week. But the ages of my siblings when I was born, 16, 14, 12, 10, and then me.
Good
so it was very unusual, but I thought the Jim Harbaugh, who's got it better than us, I didn't think anybody had it better than me because instantly I looked up to all of them. And
what was the order of your siblings again?
Tad was the oldest,
okay.
And then Nancy, and she was 14 when I was born, and then Rick was 12, and Laura was 10. Mm-hmm. And so, Tad went to college when I was 2.
Wow.
So we would see each other from that point until we became adults, and I got out of college. We would see each other, 2 or 3 times a year, tops. But we really kind of connected as adults, especially after his kids had left the home. He was an empty nester, and we started playing guitars together and went to like some of the same music. And in fact, the first time I saw the Randy Rogers Band, it was with Tad, and we went to a lot of shows together. Yeah, yeah, he loved Red Dirt music, and not that it's a big deal or claim to fame on his part, but the Bird Dog songs we've put out, Tad probably wrote 10 of them with me.
Wow,
we wrote songs together, and
I had no idea you guys wrote together.
Yeah, so we have that connection, and it was the reconnection was really cool, and having him tell me stories. So what was it like when I was born, and how did Mom and Dad do that? How did they do it when they had 6, 4, 2 and newborn? And then they had a baby, and they were also trying to deal with teenagers and all that. But, yeah, I just thought I had the greatest childhood that anyone could have, and it was basically because of my brothers and sisters. I just thought they were all so cool. They were going off to high school, then college, and, I just thought they all hung the moon. And he's been sick for a while, and, my parents got to the point where they had to be bedridden. He was now to that point where he had to either be in a bed or a wheelchair. And we used to have discussions about, I don't want to end up like, Mom and Dad did. And we'd always conclude, well, we don't have that choice. Right. We may all take an exit like that. And I'm sorry that he did, because he really went downhill in the last 6 months. But up until that, he dealt with his dementia really well, and then it really got him these last 6 to 12 months. There's a really cool story that involves music that I don't have time to tell now. Maybe in Musical Musers I will at some point. But his service is Saturday. Not only was he a guitar picker, he graduated from UTA. He got another degree in accounting and in farm business from Oklahoma State, and he's with the Federal Land Bank, and then went and was in the banking system in Pittsburgh and in Wichita, Kansas, became president of the bank. He's a big deal in Pittsburgh, Kansas. There's going to be a lot of people there on Saturday. But that's where I have to get to by Saturday afternoon, and it's not an easy place to get to, so I'm going back to Dallas-Fort Worth and then traveling with my siblings and our spouses up there tomorrow to be up there for Saturday. So I hate to miss the last day of our Super Bowl coverage.
That's okay.
But yeah.
It's understandable.
Rest in peace, Tad.
Thomas Allison, named for our grandfather on our mom's side, and that's how he got such a big interest in farm and ranch. He spent his summers at my grandfather's ranch. So he learned how to work on things, and he had sheep, he had cattle, he had bird dogs, He had beagles to go after rabbits. He had collies that would herd up the sheep. He was a dog trainer too. He could do a lot.
What an interesting life.
Yeah.
Yes, our thoughts, of course, are with you and your family, and our love goes out to you. As I told you earlier this week, now that we're on the back nine,
I know
we're having to go through this more with family members, and it's awful anytime any of us have to go through it. But it's this part of life that you experience more and more. Unfortunately, the older we get. I mean, thankfully we are getting older.
Yes,
but it's that part of life, and we're so sorry.
Thank you. And it's as I said when we lost our sister, we try to focus on the fact that we've had full lives and all those good times that we did have. And I think it's the hardest thing for me, and probably for everyone. We don't have that much time here.
Yeah.
And now we get to our age, and
you really don't
have much time. And I just, I thought about it in the summer. I've thought about it a lot since, and certainly now, we all need to do a better job of just embracing the moment that you're in every day that you get, because, it goes by really fast. 30 years of the ticket went by in just a snap of a finger, and that's the way life is. It has heartbreak, and a lot of times it's really short, and shorter than we all want it to be.
Boy, I was thinking about that a lot last night at the U2 show, just because it kept going through my mind. This could be the last time I see them. I don't know if they're touring again. I don't know if I'll ever see them again. And I really tried to be in the moment, and it was a very spiritual night, as a lot of their shows are for us big fans, and since they were the soundtrack of our life. But it was very reflective. I spent a lot of time thinking about all those songs and what moments in my life they marked last night.
Absolutely. Yeah. And I thought about my brother, because he was not a U2 fan. They came along well after, he was in a band. He was in high school, and I was 2 years old.
What was that band's name?
I can't remember. Something about a staircase. They had staircase in there somewhere.
Roadside Staircase?
Maybe. But they would play Beatles and Rolling Stones, and apparently the story is that I danced my diapers off listening to him because I thought it was so great, and I would listen to him play Buck Owens. But I think that's what got me about one last night. He did not like. It's not that he disliked them; they just weren't his jam.
Right.
But I remember when I played one for him, he goes, "That's a great song."
That's cool.
And that's one of those songs that we would play together. Hey, play me that U2 song.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we'd play that one together. So yeah, rest in peace, Thomas Allison. We called him Tad.
Give our best to your family.
Indeed.
Have a safe trip.
Safe travels.
And don't worry about tomorrow. We got you covered here.
Yeah.
We got plenany of all hands on
up.
deck.
Yeah. I'll more than step
well,
up.
I'm not counting on you, but we got. I think Corby and Bob are going to help us out, and we'll have a decent show. We'll miss you, but
I appreciate y'all.
Understandable.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all very much.
Trip.
You bet.
So we slide into the DMs, and Justin sends us news.
Hey, Monty, send news.
Is Ricky looking good?
Oh, dude.
It's great.
I made eye contact with him, and all I could think about was the dark visor, the dreads hanging out the back.
Oh, you didn't think about the wedding dress on the cover of SI?
No, I didn't think about that at all until right now, and I wish you wouldn't have brought it up. But yes, that was Justin's childhood hero, the best-looking running back of all time. Good dude. He looks great.
Run, Ricky, run. All right.
He said hi to you, by the way, Justin.
I need a minute.
He said he's a big fan of the Mavericks post-game show.
I need to pop a Blue Chew. All right.
Hero of the hardwood.
Let's get our plane story out of the way, which, by the way, we got...
We're on a heater.
We got a message from a longtime flight attendant that said he is packed with stories if we ever want to have him on to go over the stuff he's seen in the aisles of an aircraft. So let's just put that in our back pocket if we ever want to bring him on.
We might need a flight attendant roundtable at some point.
Let's go.
Why? Just because.
Yeah.
They probably have. I mean,
at some point we'll just be talking baseball.
Yeah.
Right. And you can't win the World Series in April. So
you sure can lose it, Justin.
We need to have some flight attendants on to talk about all the poop and pee they've cleaned up,
and to talk baseball with them.
This is a Canadian tourist by the name of Wong. He was flying. Yep.
Okay.
He was flying from Thailand back to Vancouver, Canada, when he started to suffer a panic attack, which that seems like one of the more prevalent places to have one of those is on the plane. And he starts freaking out. They are getting ready to take off. And as they're lining up on the runway, he starts yelling that someone's going to assault him, gets up out of his seat, runs, opens the emergency door, causing the emergency slide to unfurl, and basically made the plane immobile right there in the middle of the tarmac. So the dude had a full-on panic attack, opened the emergency door, and again, had to ruin everyone else's flight.
It could have been worse. It could have been in the air. At least they were still on the ground.
Yeah, that would have been worse.
That would have been a lot worse.
Everyone goes flying out one
by one. You could get sucked out.
Okay, question though.
Yeah.
So they're on the tarmac. He opens the emergency door. The inflatable slide. You have to deplane. So if you have to deplane, why don't you just have some fun by taking the slide?
Yeah, I'm taking the slide.
Like,
if
give
I'm
me the
losing my
option.
flight,
I think that's a federal crime if you leave a plane without it being without the deboarding process going on. So
Okay,
you're
here
taking
in
the
America,
slide,
maybe not in Thailand.
But they can even
Yeah,
move it
I bet
around.
it is the same there.
They can drive it around to where people can normally get out, but keep the slide option in case we want to have some fun.
I mean, they should have that anyway.
Yes.
It's like the Blob from Heavyweights.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not paying for first class back home
Sick
like George.
reference. Somebody.
I mean, my goodness.
Thank you, Lando.
Buddy.
But you give me a slide fee, might have to splurge.
We need to take that slide.
It'd
Yeah,
give
we need to know-
everyone something to look forward to when they get there, you know?
Right.
But if we're about to take off, I don't want you yanking the door open so that we have to
Oh my gosh.
all go start over. That'd be horrible.
The death stare that dude is getting after he does that because the flight's going to be delayed.
Right.
Change the plane out. Oh, gosh.
I got a story here just made for Ham. As travelers on a Nevada highway hit an unusual traffic hiccup when an overturned truck caused the roadway to be covered in bottles of Dr. Pepper.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
So unfortunately, yeah, if
Some
you
fallen
face
soldiers there, Ham.
a minor DP shortage, Ham, you know where they are if you want to go pick them up. But this happened between Mogul and Garson in the Reno area, so not really near you guys, on Interstate 80. But the truck was completely on its side, spilling crates loaded with cans and bottles of Dr. Pepper on the roadway. Luckily, no one was hurt except for the sweet nectar that is the lifeblood of one Matthew Birmingham.
Lieutenant Dangle show up to try to assess the damage?
No,
Nice
I don't think any
Reno
of the Reno cops
911
were there.
reference. I haven't thought about that show
I
in
think
like
Niecy Nash was
20
there.
years.
You should, because it still holds up. It's great.
Nick
Ham, what's-
Swartzen rolled up on his rollerblades or whatever.
Yeah.
Pam, what's your personal record for Dr. Peppers in one day?
I think 8.
That's it?
I think I had like a MLB draft or something, and I drank 8.
That's the weirdest sentence I've ever heard in my life.
You had a fantasy
You
draft?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, you just didn't, like, get around the
Yeah.
TV with your friends for the...
I've done that
MLB
before,
draft.
but
David Price,
for the
David
record,
Price,
Here we go. Henry Davis.
8.
You're just spraying DP around after Wyatt Langford got picked a few years ago?
I think if I had more than 2, I would get a kidney stone. I just can't do that much carbonation.
Missing out.
You mean you do if you
I recommend
drink some seltzers, right?
Yeah.
That's carbs.
I mean, I'll drink seltzers or beers.
That's
I could drink,
carbonation,
I
though.
could drink 8 of those,
You could
but
drink a Coke
if it's
or
a
Dr.
sugary Coke,
yeah,
no.
the sugar would get you probably.
The Diet DP or the Diet Coke, I could do a couple of those a day. I just feel weird if I just drink a lot of sodas. I can't do that.
Growing up, I was ham-level soda drinker because we would like go through a 24-pack in less than a week. And we didn't think anything of it. We didn't know. We didn't know that was terrible for you.
Still
You know
isn't.
what? Look at us.
It was like our
Look at us.
smoking.
Just
Look,
kicking ass.
Look how healthy
Yeah.
Ham is. Clean bill of health.
Ham, how many did you drink the day that you only drank Dr. Pepper and drummed and ended
had
up
to go
in the
to the
ICU?
hospital?
I think the mistake there was I continued drinking after I had.
In the hospital?
Yeah. Didn't go to the hospital.
Replaced your IV?
Yeah, just
with the 23 flavors.
DP drip.
The saling's not working.
Some vanilla Dr. Pepper in the bag. Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
Yeah, and puts that in a melted pretzel.
I would love to see Ham in Vegas this week, just to see what he does, because we always look at the menu when we go out to eat, and we ask, what would Ham eat here?
Yeah.
I think you'd be okay with the Mexican restaurant here. They have chicken quesadillas.
That first night, he would have gotten the hamburger at team dinner, which half the table got, and it looked great.
It did.
Yeah, so he wouldn't have been weird there.
No, he'd have been fine there.
He'd have fit right in.
There's a Del Taco on the strip, too.
He probably wouldn't want the rabbit risotto I had that night.
No way.
Delectable. Delectable.
Rabbit?
He'd be pushing it away like a little kid, throwing his napkin on it.
Yeah,
no
it was
way.
great.
I don't know if I've had rabbit.
It tastes like chicken.
It does?
Yeah.
Everything tastes like chicken?
Pretty much.
All right, now a story that affects all of us as thieves toppled and stole a 200-foot tower belonging to WJLX AM in Jasper, Alabama. So this was a 1,000-watt AM transmitter in Alabama, and the station didn't even know it was missing until they went out to the tower to perform some work. And they're like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Something's weird here.
Somebody left the phone
There's
too close to
something
the tower.
odd.
Something missed. Something looked different to you guys.
I
And
feel like there should be something here that is not here.
this looks different from last time. Like their killer is just completely flabbergasted.
He's bringing out an old picture of the place, looking at it, comparing.
Hey, Warren. What's up, man?
Is that Moon?
Sap.
Oh.
Step?
Yeah. I can only see him from the back, but that's definitely Warren Sapp.
Station owner and GM Brett wrote on Facebook, I don't see any guy off the street pulling this off. This had to be a professional hit.
It's an inside job.
I mean, how do you take down a full 200-foot radio tower?
If Killer was here, we could ask him. Would he know?
Yeah, Jack, have you been out to the tower?
Yes, I have.
How long would that take to take down our tower?
Dude.
Mark that.
2 days? I don't know. Three days
Dude.
at least.
Would you need a crane?
Yeah.
A dude.
Like, there's no way you can, like, just take it. You have to, like, have, like, actual
You can't go up there with a socket wrench and just go piece
one
by
by
piece.
one. No.
So we're not going to see four guys with their hands out of a Mazda holding on to the top of it on the roof of their car?
Just going back and forth to the side.
Like it's a mattress.
Oh, that's good. All right, Justin, thank you for the news.
Once again, The Ticket presents Why Today Doesn't Suck.
This guy sucks.
And now, here are your hosts, Sean Bass and David Mino.
Dude.
He said that with your chest, bro.
He's just minding his own business.
He's trying to...
He's just getting some tape.
Get ahead.
Absolutely. You got no shot. I'd leave the business.
Dude.
Sean Bass, David Mino, pretty much everyone from the Ticket at the table. Special thanks to Brian Baldinger, Ricky Williams, Kyle Turley. Fun show today, and at 2:59, it's Ham and his boost.
Thank you, Mino. Eatsies Market and Bakery and GimmeTheVin.com brings you Monty Williams.
If only. I would gladly be Lady Ricky Williams.
Dude.
All right, Jack.
Thank you, Jack.
We say hello to the hard line. I know they're there. Corby Davidson, Bob Stern,
Corby,
Dave
Bob.
Lane.
Dave. Monty.
But do I also hear a Junes
Monty Ellis.
Milner?
Hi, Monty. Hi, Hank.
Whoa!
There he is, Junior.
Hey, Junes.
And the great Donovan.
Hello, Monty. Hello, Ham.
He pulled himself away from gambling away even more of his ticket check to hang out with us. We appreciate it.
It's what I do.
Yeah, the ticket treasure chest is not very full.
You guys
we're
gotta
looking
be
for a big
Flemish.
win. Big night tonight. Everything changes tonight.
Yeah, I think Jubb was the only one that was up at this point. Yeah.
$11.
Dude.
Hey, I'd take that.
Yeah, I'd
Better
love
down
to be $11 up rather
500.
than 500 down.
We need to find a hockey game that we really truly don't care about.
Yes.
And push them all
of them.
together.
Absolutely.
Let me see if I
we
can
don't
help.
care about
Yes.
hockey.
Well, I took Knights over the
Well, we care about that
Arizona.
because we're in Vegas. I'm talking about like.
So what we need is after we lose the early basketball games, we need to chase it back with late hockey.
Well, maybe not even late hockey.
You're thinking that there's a scenario where outside of a Stars game that there's a hockey game that I do care about?
No, that's what I'm saying, that we don't care about.
Right, well, all of them.
Okay.
Any of them.
Oh, we've
All right.
got Bruins Canucks tonight.
Like if I were to tell you Calgary was playing in New Jersey.
No.
No, I care
Can't
too
do
much
that.
about that one.
But what I'm saying is we need to put something on the plus. That when
That
we
one's
win.
too much in the heart.
It's some money.
Yes.
Yeah.
Then
You guys need to.
Then we're running this place. You
That's
know
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what we got to take chances around here.
They're like,
Risks.
don't take their money anymore. Whales. Or no, you want whales, don't you? I don't know.
You need a whale.
I need my casino lingo brushed up.
Oh, you need to text our CEO or GM
Yeah.
friend to get us in the foundation room tonight.
Yeah, so the GM of this place, the P1 that we met yesterday, we have demanded one wheelbarrow full of chips.
Okay.
Access
Doritos?
to the Foundation Club bar.
Barbecue.
We need non-sequential chips.
Right.
Yeah.
One,
I don't think they're numbered, Bob. I think they're fine.
1/2 kilo of cocaine.
Dude.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
3
Why
sex
stop at half?
prostitutes.
Oh.
Okay.
Where's the crack?
Only 3 sex prostitutes for everybody?
You have 30 minutes.
Yeah,
Or
I'm
just-
not being
just
unreasonable.
yourself.
I'm not being an idiot.
30 minutes.
You don't
They'll
want to
have-
ask for too much.
They'll have 20
Nah.
minutes to get the hell out of there.
No.
And sex prostitutes, not gardening prostitutes, or
Exactly.
Oh, my
you got to be
God.
sex
Full
prostitutes.
sex
Yeah.
prostitutes.
Your basketball prostitutes?
Yep. We have those two.
Just like to watch basketball?
Where do I'm curious about these gardening prostitutes.
If your veggie garden's out of control, you can buy them.
Yeah.
Sometimes you got to have a hoe.
Hey.
Very good.
I dig that joke.
That might be line of the week
No.
and follow-up line of the week.
Introduce me.
All right, Monty.
Yeah, get control of this
Our-
thing.
our-
Yeah,
our-
Monty.
our
I'm listening to
What are you
the,
doing?
Yeah, Monty.
a bunch of degenerates
Get a hold of this thing.
continue to usher along the fall of a Western civilization out there. All right, today is February 8th, Thursday, the 39th day of 2024. 327 days left in the year. On this date in
They take food
1910,
stamps?
the Boy Scouts of America
Yeah.
were founded
No.
by William D. Boyce.
Boys Club.
What about some weed? You think they'll exchange that for a bet?
I've got half a tin of gummies.
That's
What
be
can
at
I
least
get?
$10. Put it on the flames now.
Hey, why were all my basketball games growing up at the Boys Club, like my league games, but I don't even think my kids even know what a Boys Club is.
Where the hell did that come
gay.
from?
Mark that as
We just did a story about the Boys Club.
Oh.
While you're busy doing food stamps humor over there, I'm listening to Monty.
Pass it, Donovan.
I talked about the Boy Scouts of America.
I'm going to wear your ass out tonight.
Yeah, it was,
All right.
Corby, it was
Oh, is your wife there?
I'll watch.
Pick it up first.
Don't
Boy
threaten him with a good
Scouts,
time.
not the Boys Club. It was the Boy
Yeah,
Scouts.
you're,
I
you're,
misheard.
you're listening. I appreciate it, Corbs.
So
It's the Boy Scouts,
what's the deal?
not the
I
gay
apologize
boys.
to you.
So now you're not going to wear my ass out tonight?
Yeah. Listen to Clarice. She's got the best line on all this.
It's the Boy Scouts, not the gay boys.
On this date in 1933,
We're trying to
the
name our
coldest
organization.
date in state's history, it was negative 23 degrees Fahrenheit. Or 31 degrees Celsius if you're not an ingrate.
Where did that occur?
In Seminole, Texas.
Wow.
Where's there a Seminole, Texas? There's a Seminole, Oklahoma, right by Wewoka, but
Seminole, I think,
Bingo.
is out in West Texas, somewhere
Even
between,
possible.
somewhere around Lubbock, maybe.
That's the town
It's
Corby needs to
between
move to.
El Paso and
Small
Dallas.
private
Private
school
school in the Midwest.
Woke.
Okay.
So the municipal water supply, is it seminal fluid?
Is that the next best line? Well,
No, Davey.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Next to New Mexico.
this doesn't,
boy, it's right on the border,
doesn't
right
look
by
right.
Hobbs.
Do I need to boil this first?
It's coming out of the tap thick.
Seem impossible.
It won't stop.
On this date in
But if I
1960,
turn it off and turn it back on, it's not that much.
work began on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, located on Hollywood Boulevard and Vine Street in L.A.
What a waste of time.
Seems
that
to
is.
come out in spurt.
Yeah, now they put anybody who's ever been on TV on that thing.
Yep, they do.
That's trifecta.
On this date in 1963, the AFL's Dallas Texans would become the Kansas City Chiefs.
Let's go.
Our Chiefs.
Hey, Bobby.
Chiefs Kingdom.
What's up, man? Good to see you.
I believe that was the
Is that
year.
Moynihan?
Just Flay.
Or very close, at least,
Super Chef Bobby
1963.
Flay.
Yeah.
Not only did the Texans franchise become a thing, but that's also the year that Clark Hunt.
You stopped after R.
Yeah, you got it too early.
Clark K. Hunt.
I believe he was born then.
In 1971, NASDAQ, the world's first electronic stock exchange, held its first trading day.
QQQ.
Totally know what that thing does. In 1986, at Dallas's Reunion Arena, 5'7" Spud Webb wins the NBA's Slam Dunk Contest,
In his
defeating
Pony City
Dominique
Wings.
Wilkins.
That was on the NBA TV network the other night, and I watched it.
Do you think that's...
Did he deserve that?
Man, the crowd was so behind him just because he could dunk. He was so short.
Right.
Like, Dominique is coming in, you know.
Oh, yeah, doing everything.
He ate the ball, he shot it out of his butt, and then he dunked it. Spud Webb dunked, and they were like, oh, my gosh, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen.
Is that the last dunk champion in ponies?
Probably.
It is cool seeing a guy.
No, he was great. He deserved it. It was really fun.
5'7" and you can dunk.
Yeah,
That's pretty unbelievable.
Yes.
They were good dunks.
Yeah, he was throwing it up. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. He did deserve winning. And the crowd was definitely in his
Which I think Fernando was part of that
I
crowd.
wasn't-
He had
I
a
wasn't
photo of
able to-
himself.
Yes.
Fernando.
I thought
able to
Fernando
dunk.
finished third in the dunk competition.
Yeah, he's sitting baseline
Yeah.
on the press table there, that famous dunk of Spud.
Yeah.
I'll give it a
Holding up a
10.
Sprite tin.
Are there any 5'3" guys that can dunk? Like, can Kyler dunk?
No.
bet he,
Muggsy was
Kyler could dunk.
5'3".
Kyler's got to
They
be
say,
able to, right?
Cole
They
Beasley
say
could
for-
dunk.
I think
and
Gary
he's
Coleman
5'6".
could.
Yeah. But Kyler's
Is he
5'10", so that
Troy
doesn't-
or-
Yeah,
Big
Kyler
guy.
could probably dunk, but not if he were 5'3". There are no 5'3" guys that can dunk.
You don't think Emmanuel Lewis?
anywhere.
Muggsy was
No.
5'4", and he could not dunk.
Webster could not dunk.
Let's go ask.
He could dunk, but he can't without unplugging his controller because he's trying to play Call of Duty at the same time. It's just a whole thing.
Is
Let's
your
go
back
ask
okay
Warren,
after that
Warren
back
Sapp.
bend?
Ask Warren Sapp if he was 5'3", if he could dunk.
And in 1996, the NFL in Cleveland allowed Art Modell to move his NFL franchise to Baltimore, but he had to leave the Browns name behind.
You remember
We
the story
win.
about that? That when he made like the most important phone call, or was going to get the most important phone call about the franchise moving, he slipped in his hotel room and scratched his scrotum.
Yeah, he tore his nuts
that's
out.
right.
That's a true story.
You gotta be careful walking around your hotel room naked.
What an
Just flopping
old
around.
man.
Did they fall
move
out?
that is.
Yeah, they fell out like if you knifed the bottom of a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Right.
How's that different than what I do every night?
It's the Iceman chuckle down.
Well, if you're trying to do it, he didn't want to do that.
Is that
Oh.
before or after he fell in the shower onto the shampoo bottle?
That was you
Yeah, that was
holding on to the curtain, popping ring by ring.
Dude.
All right, P1 birthdays today. Hey, Monty, give a happy 60th birthday to my friend, boss, and 20-plus year P1, Mike. I don't know if he was woken up in that special way, but his leaders are the Skin Ladens. He'd like to hear baby fart drops. Thanks and stay hard from Matt.
Where would we find baby fart drops?
I'm going to go over there to the Syracuse table.
Fart
I'm
on
going
him?
to
Leave
rank
him
them
alone.
from least likely to most likely to have a shot in this business.
Just to their face.
Tell them they-
Do it.
Tell them they
Point
better
at
And
him.
just walk back.
Yeah, just walk away.
They better get
Also-
some fart drops
Sorry
in their
about you, fatty.
portfolio.
What?
Oh, I'm glad you said what you said.
Maybe focus on behind the camera.
And
We all
today is
need
my
good
husband
editors.
Nathan's 39th birthday. He is a P1 and
See, you're all
prefers
over
to
there
listen
eating.
to you guys over my chatter any day.
Maybe one of you needs to slow down.
Can you please wish him a happy birthday and to get ready for a PFT tonight? Thanks from Angela Bjork.
PFT.
I don't know what that is.
Pro Football Talk?
No. It wasn't
Why
Mike
are you
Florio.
so defined? You don't know. Sports. Why are you yelling at me?
I know things.
Push face taco.
Dude.
Jack liked it. Birthdays today, turning 84, Ted Koppel. Nick Nolte is 83.
He was still alive.
He's 84, and happy birthday.
Nightline.
Oh, he's here.
Creed Bratton from The Office, 81.
Genius.
So this is Creed?
John Grisham is 69. Was he the one that had to go to Tampa, Craig?
I don't recall.
That hung up on you guys because he had to go to Tampa now?
Oh, yes. You're right about that. That's right.
Just right in the middle. It's like, all right, I'm going to Tampa now.
Yes.
Okay.
Slammed his flip phone shut. Vince Neil of Motley Crue, 63.
Who was the talk show lady on local news that said she's going back to Abilene or something like that because of something upset her?
Go back
Remember
to
that one?
Midland?
Maybe it was Midland, yeah.
Anthem.
Right?
Yeah, what was it about?
All the DFW libs she had to do a show with or something.
I think it was something political.
No, it definitely was. I'm trying to remember the context.
Libs.
Bruce
I think
Timm,
we have it in there.
TV producer and American artist, 63.
Is that the
Seth
broadcast?
Green of Family Guy, Corby, 50.
Or how about I go over there to that
Green?
Syracuse table
Leave them alone.
They're having lunch.
and I just tell them one by one what they'll end up doing because they won't make it in this business.
Sex?
Why do you want to destroy their dreams?
He loves destroying
Remember the skill. Remember the
20-year-olds'
skills.
dreams.
Remember
Which
the
one's
skills
having
you
a
developed.
salad?
Remember the skills you developed picking out those lunches because that's what you're going to be doing for
This
the
is
next
an
10 years of your
incredible
career.
lunchroom bowling in like middle school.
Yeah, why are you?
Pat,
And you're
51.
65.
Successful.
Why is Corby the sports media gatekeeper?
Just to them. They're way too ambitious.
Shy Manuel
bitch.
de
Why are
Herman
your
Cristo of
kids
Daft
age?
Punk,
we got a
50.
real shot in this
Unscrew
business.
his thermos of chocolate milk and just dump it around his head.
He brings his paddle out.
Just crunching up all his chips.
Corby's worked
You're
very
turning
hard
into
to get where
Grego.
He is. Am I on?
Cecily Strong of SNL, 40.
Underrated hot.
Hairy arms.
Anderson Paak,
Okay.
38.
Oh, that's
Greatness.
my guy.
Yeah.
Greatness.
Craig Fifi Fox is 30 today.
Ah, Fifi.
She, the star of films such as Taboo Tales, Car Trouble, 10 Girl Birthday Gangbang, and Daddy Put Me in Diapers, Please.
God, man.
Chuckle it out.
Sports birthdays, Joe Madden,
awake?
70.
What was the name of that last one?
Oh, he is walking.
Daddy Put Me in Diapers, Please.
What did you think he was doing?
Alonzo Mourning, 54.
One of the worst guests we've ever had on our show. Alonzo Mourning, Matthew Perry, Adam Schefter, the top 3 worst guests ever.
I saw him break down and cry when he found out that Kobe
Happy
died.
birthday to Alonzo and his kidneys.
But happy
I blame
birthday,
Gord.
Alonzo.
Oh, yeah, you told
Puka
him,
is so
didn't you?
pretty.
No, I
Matt
didn't tell
Bush,
him.
who's
Hey,
not a
did you
good
hear about
driver,
Kobe?
38. Julio Jones, 35. Clay Thompson, 34. Leighton Van Der Esch, 27.
Leighton Van Der Esch.
Former Cowboy great.
Rui Hachimura, 26, the most confusing guy in sports.
Future Mav.
Born to Stay Now Dead. We have Bill Finger, who co-created Batman, a.k.a. Will Finger.
Legend.
Happy for his wife on that front.
Do something with that birthday.
Also, Born to Stay Now Dead.
He was also involved in Freddie Got Fingered.
James Dean.
Daddy, would you like some sausage?
The aforementioned Gary Coleman, Jack Lemmon, and Kimbo Slice.
Oh my God!
Are you okay?
Monty, you're not
Greatest
supposed to announce
MMA
that.
fighter in history.
Jack Lemmon's
You know how many times Bob tried to set up Kimbo versus Ronda Rousey?
Okay.
At least
Seriously, man,
1,000.
you need
We're out of time.
You need a hug.
Dude.
Dale and the Stay Still Dead, Connie Mack, Burt Bacharach,
Bob,
Marty Schottenheimer,
Don't put him on me.
and Anna Nicole
Whoa.
Smith. And that's why today
no.
does.
You some dude.
Do you think that Syracuse kid that looks like Sloth from the Goonies is going to make it in business?
Leave him alone.
Shut it down! Let's go!
Bye, Justin.
Broadcasting live from the TXU Energy Mothership at Victory Park, hard by the AAC.
Get the State podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
But here, in fact, is Corby wandering the Radio Row area with a wireless mic, Dave. Did you see that?
I did.
These are certainly exciting times to be alive and in the world of broadcasting, where our fellow broadcasters are having one hell of a week out here, just kicking ass broadcasting heavy. Excuse me, pardon me, Radio Star. See if we can talk to Noah Eagle. You guys know Noah?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's doing the Nickelodeon game, I do believe.
Yes.
And he's really, really young.
He's got to be Syracuse proud, right? Yeah,
You think?
Definitely.
Okay. Hey, Noah. Hey, man. You're calling the radio game?
No.
Or Nickelodeon game?
Yes.
And how many years is this for? Yeah.
This is the first Super Bowl I'll do. This is our 5th Nickelodeon game total. So it's good fun.
And for you, like, how much has this Nickelodeon thing kind of helped you out along the way? Because it seems like it's been a really kick-ass little nugget in your repertoire.
Yeah, it's been great. You know, I think it's kind of shown me on a different stage, which has been really cool, and it's allowed me to showcase my personality, which is really all I can ask for. And so it's been a different look and a different vibe, but has really been a nice jolt for me and all of us that are included in the game.
So you went to Syracuse?
I did.
Were you part of this brigade that we just saw with the students? Did you come out when you were a kid?
No, I never did the Super Bowl when I was a student. It's really cool that they get to do that, though. They've been doing it every year in the last couple of years, so I think it's a really good opportunity for them, and it was cool to visit with them.
Was it a thing when you were there, or did it just start?
Just started my senior year, but I didn't go out my senior year. I stayed back, let some others kind of have the opportunity, which was cool, and the hope was like, hey, maybe one day I'll get to work it on my own, you know?
4 years ago?
Yeah, like 4 years. How old are you?
27.
27. That's really badass. Well, dude, congrats on all the success.
Thank you, man.
Enjoy the week. Yeah,
Congrats
have a good
on
broadcast.
winning at life.
We'll see you. Yeah, he won. Yeah. There he goes. Noah
I mean,
Eagle.
you can definitely say he's a Nepo
good.
baby, but he's good.
Yeah.
No, he's really good, and he, he got like an NBA play-by-play job at like 22 years old or something.
Like
crazy,
doing the
right?
Clippers, right?
I think the Clippers. Yeah. So 2019. Holy cow, he was 21.
How?
When he got the Clippers job.
Like, I just don't understand how.
What were you doing at 21? Running a gambling ring?
Pretty much, yeah. Yes, I was. Running a gambling ring.
You were in the newspaper.
Yeah, I was.
That's awesome.
Don't you let that die.
What street cred you have?
Yeah.
What's next, Corby?
All right, let's go over
you
here.
You can run into any convict and trade stories with them.
Let's see what's happening over here. Excuse me, madam, miss. What are you guys doing here? What's this table over here?
This table?
Right here, yeah.
Oh, I don't really know them. I just met them, but it's the Caps Off podcast.
Oh, okay. The what?
Caps Off. They're over there.
Oh, okay.
Cat
So who are you with?
Philadelphia Eagles.
Really? In what manner?
I'm a really important person.
I believe you. I totally believe you. So what are the Eagles doing here?
Well, we should have been in the Super Bowl, but
You had a rough little 6-week stretch, didn't you?
yeah. So now I'm just a Chiefs fan for the weekend.
Why are you a Chiefs fan?
Because I know some people from that, so I'm a Travis Kelce fan. So then
So you're a brothers. Yeah.
Travis Kelce. So yeah.
So what do you do with the Eagles?
I just go to a lot of games and around the world to different.
Do you agree he's the best, Kelce?
You got to have a job title, though.
I'm Philly socialite
Philly socialite. Really?
on Instagram. Check me out.
Okay.
Check me out. You check me out.
It's kind of cool. I'm sorry. I'm with the ticket in Dallas. So we're natural enemies.
What are you?
I'm from Dallas.
Oh, we are enemies. Yeah. I went to your game in Dallas against the Eagles.
Y'all lost that game.
No. wasn't.
It's kind of the beginning of the end, wasn't it?
But I sat in a really good spot, like those seats that are like underground behind the field.
Yeah, those were cool.
Yeah, it was a good spot.
Yeah, not bad. Is that the first time you've been to Cowboy Stadium?
Yes.
Oh, really? Where you been?
I know. Well, I flew out actually with the team there.
With the Eagles? Hey, what's the deal with that the big security guy that got in trouble?
Dom.
You hang out with him?
Yes, Dom.
You like him?
He's nice. Yeah, he's good for our team.
Yeah, he is. He is.
His fault.
It wasn't. No, it's never anybody's fault on the Eagles, is it?
He shouldn't have got suspended or anything.
I totally agree. But was it like a game or something like that?
He was just doing his job protecting everybody.
Right. I know. So where are you staying? Here?
Bellagio.
Oh, good for you. That's a good spot.
Yeah.
Have you stayed there before?
Yes.
Yeah. You get it like with your influencer thing? Are they giving it to you?
No, we paid.
You got to pay for it? How are you here all week?
Yes, till Monday night.
It's a long week.
It's a very long week. Got here yesterday.
Oh, okay. So you've had like we've been here since Saturday. So yeah, we're on the other side of it, about to die.
Oh, yeah. It's too long here in Vegas.
Yeah, it really is. You a gambler?
Not that much, but I'm having good luck, so I might try.
Good luck in what?
Just having very good luck this week, so I'm feeling like.
What does that mean? That's vague. What have you done that's giving you good luck?
Oh, I got Super Bowl tickets. That's a good luck thing, right? Yeah.
How did she get those?
How'd you get them?
I have a really good friend that got them for me.
Free? That's really cool. Free? Or did you pay?
No, he got them for me.
Oh my God, you got free tickets. You are lucky.
Yes, me and my daughter.
Oh, how sweet.
Dale Madison.
Well, you guys have fun. Enjoy your time here. Good luck. Go Philly. There they go.
Go where?
She has less than 5,000 followers. By the way.
Yeah, Lando's got more followers than her.
Okay, that's a shot at Lando.
Well,
Unnecessary.
In her bio, she claims she is.
What?
I don't know that you're an influencer when you only have 5,000 followers.
Ooh. Jeez, Dave.
I'm just saying.
Why don't you just put superstar in your bio?
Right? You just claim to be whatever you want.
Trying to carve out a living here, and you're just sitting there taking her down.
World famous.
You're the one who is trying to annihilate careers at the Syracuse School of Broadcasting before they even start.
You want to swing back over there?
No.
Go down the first aisle, Corby.
What aisle?
This first aisle. It seems like there's more activity over there.
There's Gordon.
Hey, what's happening?
Tickets, Gordon Keith.
Talk to that guy.
Okay.
What?
I'm turning around.
Well, I've never seen you distance so fast, Bob.
Dude,
Yes,
of
you have.
course, Gordon picks out the guy with no arms and no legs.
No, the guy in the red shirt.
Oh, look at that. Clarence. What are you doing?
Well, I'm just out here for the Super
Clarence.
Clarence Hill.
Come on, can you go anywhere without eating?
It's free food, man. I'm a journalist. I'm a sports writer.
I know.
Free food, I'm going to take it. How you doing?
We're doing good, man. We're doing good. You got over the Cotton Bowl yet?
The Cotton Bowl?
Yeah, you know when Oklahoma kicked the crap out of Texas?
I thought you were talking about the Sugar Bowl. You know, the college football playoff where Oklahoma was not in?
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay, I'm just sure. Or when
How'd y'all doing that game?
When Texas beat Oklahoma in basketball, you forgot that, right, at Oklahoma?
That doesn't count.
Okay.
Nobody cares about that. What about softball? There's always the trump card.
Will he disavow?
Basketball. We can
Don't say Trump around
How you
Clarence.
doing?
Does Clarence know what the story is
We're doing
with
good.
the guy with no arms and no legs?
No, we're not going to talk about that at all.
Will Clarence disavow the horns down
Hey.
nonsense?
When'd you get here?
This morning.
Oh, okay, so you're new as well. So,
I'm a newbie.
so
Super
you
newbie.
hadn't lost any money or anything?
I don't gamble like that.
You don't? Yeah.
I
Well,
don't pick up the little cards either.
because we do.
No.
We've lost thousands of dollars, Clarence.
Already?
Yeah, already.
You must have bet on the Cowboys beat Green Bay.
No, I wasn't here 3 weeks ago.
Hey, that's a cowboy joke.
Very timely.
We lost money on that game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. All right, go do your thing.
All right, man.
Have some food. We'll
Tell
see
him
you.
you're gay.
There he
Give
goes.
him horns
I'm
down.
gay.
Why'd he end it like that?
I'd have to do whatever he says.
Clarence kind of turned around, didn't know if he heard Corby right, and just kept walking. He's going to be left with that question all night.
There he
Do
goes.
you see the blonde behind you there, Corby?
In the red?
Yes.
Yeah,
Go sniff around
working?
there.
That's not what he meant.
Go sniff around?
Where is Corby? Where is
I'm
he?
right
To your
behind you.
left. To your left.
He's over by the Sports Illustrated.
Let's see. What would KOA? Is that Denver?
Yeah.
Wonder if she's part of Denver.
That's meaning
Go ask her.
Let's see. All right. Just give me, she's talking to two dudes.
Ask her how you can put in your diaphragm.
Gordon.
What?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Uh-oh. What?
How can I put in my diaphragm?
Okay, you weren't really asking her.
No, let's see.
He wasn't talking to anyone.
Is this your setup? I'm not going to harass you.
Great
This is
opening
my
question.
setup. This is my friend Caitlin. She can tell you she works with fantasy forever, full-time fantasy, not part-time
I worked
fantasy.
with SI, now I'm at full-time fantasy.
Oh, okay. What did you do for SI?
I was a producer and host for them.
Well, that's cool. So now you're with who?
Full-time fantasy. I'm working with them. It's
There's a
lot
Hitler
of the guys
guy.
I worked with there, and I actually worked
Super
with
Bowl
them. when I was
Hitler?
on a couple
There's
of
Super
shows.
Bowl Hitler. Look.
That's the first time I've seen him.
Oh, yeah.
Corby, come get Super Bowl Hitler.
Oh,
Okay, I'm being told that we're from
Run,
Dallas,
run.
and so I'm being
Middle
I'm being
aisle,
yelled
middle
at.
Tell her you got to go talk to
that-
Super Bowl Hitler.
That Super Bowl Hitler is here.
Hurry.
What are you doing? Get to moving.
No, right?
moving.
Come on
I'm
there.
not talking.
You gotta hurry.
Get over there and talk to that there Hitler.
I'm not talking to him. I'm not at all.
Yeah, we just lost.
Caitlin, yeah, we're not doing it. So,
That's
have you been here all
incredible.
week?
You hadn't seen Super Bowl Hitler before?
Okay, so are you staying through the game?
Bitch.
Absolutely.
You're going to the game?
Let's do it. Yes.
What's in that suitcase?
For you. You get free tickets or you just media pass?
Manifesting it.
It's
For you.
more gold.
Good for you.
Yes. It's going to show up how? I'm not sure yet.
That's all right. You'll do it.
How is that?
I trust you.
Ask
We
her about
just act
panties.
as if, and then it'll show up.
I guarantee it's gonna happen for you.
Ask her if she'll autograph your diaphragm.
No, I'm not asking that.
Ask her about her farts.
I'll be back in a minute. I gotta thank you, Caitlin. Good Christ.
What? We didn't know. We thought we were helping you.
Autograph. All right, we got to go.
Well, that kind of stepped up when Gordon got here, huh?
So, Donovan, how have you not seen Super Bowl Hitler?
He hasn't been around when I was here. That's the first time
So
I've seen
troubling.
him. That is incredible.
I know.
Kind of right, though.
Did you
right?
know? Right when you saw it, did you know
What
that
are the
was him?
chances?
As soon as when somebody said there he is, and you look up and bam, yes.
The Nazis were working on all kinds of technology. What if Hitler made his time machine and his biggest desire was to move forward in time to watch Kansas City in the Super Bowl?
But why is it just pulling a suitcase on Radio Row? Like, wouldn't he,
That's his
wouldn't he
time
wanna do
machine. He's got it
something
in
else?
there.
It's got to blend in.
Yeah.
All right, we got Moose.
Gordon is down here at the media center where Super Bowl Hitler just passed. No, he didn't die. He just passed our
He
table.
walked by.
Yeah.
So, Gordon.
Yeah, if,
Down to
There
his-
he is again. There he is again.
Yeah, there he
Go
is.
get him.
Yeah. What am I going to say to him?
Just ask who he is.
There's a
Find out
lot
who
to
he
talk to
is.
him about.
what's in
What's
the
your
bag?
favorite?
We need to get a picture of him.
What
for
is your
P1.
favorite?
I do
Corby?
need you to look in that bag.
All right, let me go.
What's
talk
in
to
the
him.
bag?
Son of a bitch.
You might.
Are you going to talk to him?
He moves at such a pace.
what-
though.
He's,
I know.
he's walking slow. You can totally
There's
catch him.
no way I'm going to catch him now.
Yes, you.
He's going to circle back around here. You can't
Yeah.
exit that way.
Just do your 40.
Interesting.
Hey, Gordon.
Yeah.
So, how taken are you with the Lee Harvey Oswald line of Brock Purdy talk this week?
I think I don't think Brock Purdy knew who he was when he was asked.
I think that's possible.
The way he handled that question made it seem like he was unfamiliar with who Lee Harvey Oswald was. And isn't he like one of the youngest quarterbacks ever played in the Super Bowl? So,
Oh, probably. I don't know. Is he?
isn't he young?
So he was
Is Brock
born
Purdy
in
not young?
2000?
He's very young.
Born in 2000.
Yeah.
He's very young.
So
I just don't know where he ranks amongst
Everybody,
all young.
they may not know the name Lee Harvey Oswald, but they've heard the name, and if you said that's who killed Kennedy, they'd be like, oh, okay. So everyone knows who that is.
I bet you.
I
There's
would
a good
just-
chance he doesn't know who Kennedy is.
I would just say you live in an environment,
Yeah.
both in Dallas and with this guy, that Lee Harvey Oswald takes up a bigger piece of the pie in your world than Brock Purdy's. Brock has not been in Dallas very much or around Gordon nonstop for 25 years.
I don't know any more about Lee Harvey Oswald than the average person. Why am I getting pegged? With
Well,
this?
because if we
So hard.
just put a mark on the calendar of each day of your life, how many times Lee Harvey Oswald has come up in a given day?
Because of my coworkers and because of the P1s, they bring him up.
I believe
You own his bathtub.
Accidentally. I was just buying a scrap bathtub and it happened to be his.
Okay, can we agree though? Absolute dead ringer. if you were casting the Lee Harvey Oswald story,
Yes.
you would definitely work on getting Brock Purdy under contract.
Yeah, you would get him out of football and into acting, no doubt.
Like right there, that's
Yes.
the shot of him taking it in the gut.
It is
from Ruby.
See,
it's incredible. And I didn't see it until somebody pointed it out, and now it's all I can see.
Right.
When did you begin? Like, did you need those pictures too?
No. I
see
remember
him,
thinking that before when I first saw him playing football and his helmet off on the sidelines, it kind of favored it. But I also thought that
because when you people watch, you're always trying to compare the people that walk by to famous assassins you know about.
No, I don't do that.
Serial
Bob.
killers and assassins.
No, I don't do that. But there was also that
You keep a photo array.
Who's that really overly intense-looking coach that looks like Lee Harvey Oswald? Coached the Saints for a while. Got suspended for a while. Yeah, and he's the one that looks like Lee Harvey Oswald too.
You know, he probably more than Mike McCarthy does.
When he was thinner, he did.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got a whole NFL team that looks like Lee Harvey
God,
Oswald.
that would be my dream.
They have patsies on the side of their helmet.
Yeah, the Patsies. It'd be the Oak Cliff Patsies.
So I told you guys.
He was asked.
Somebody
about it.
please make that logo.
DJ, can you find the audio of him being asked about
I
that?
don't know if I look like him, but maybe I act like him. I can't tell.
Well, what is this? I don't know.
Is it Jay Electronica?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe I look like him a little bit, but I don't think I talk like him at all.
It's got like a John Travolta thing.
Yeah, it's like Vinny Barbarino and Killer.
All right, I've got his reaction here.
Okay. Can you play it?
Or Lee Harvey Oswald circling around the internet right now. People think you two look alike. Did you ever hear that before?
I haven't. That's my first time hearing it. Yeah.
What do you think about that comparison? Physical comparison.
I don't know.
Yeah, so he didn't even say yes or no because he didn't know who he was.
He knows.
No,
he does not know.
He does not know.
And that's really sorry of that guy.
Yeah, didn't he start for Denver back in Super Bowl 12?
I mean, like the most notorious murderer.
Who would ask an off-color question in a press conference
Yeah,
situation?
so classic.
I agree.
Imagine.
I agree.
Corby Davidson.
He was asked about it again after that. Have y'all seen that one?
No.
Yeah, and his
Same
response
press
once
conference?
again was kind of non-committal. He said, "No, I have not heard that. The first time I heard about that was when some reporters asked me that on media night."
Knows what to say, Tones.
Look that up, Deej.
You know, so up your nose with rubber hose.
That's the only thing I can say right now.
Have you seen who's Super Bowl Hitler?
Why
are you asking me questions?
Why is the focus on me? Super Bowl Hitler's right over there.
He's right there.
What if he asked the question? What if Super Bowl Hitler?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, what if Lee Harvey asked Super Bowl Hitler a question?
Are you the one they
that'd be
refer
great.
to as Super Bowl Hitler?
Super Bowl Hitler's right over there.
To Super Bowl Hitler in the back. Yes.
I'm sorry, who did you call me? Like that guy. There is a whole group of his friends that have never mentioned to him.
No.
Like they've never had the courage to say, "Hey, look, man, might want to
I don't know about this mustache.
tone down the Hitler look." The what?
Yes. He just wanted to ask Super Bowl Lee Harvey Oswald a question.
So I told you guys the story of a prostitute offering her services toward me that I brushed off politely.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Because you said she wasn't good looking enough.
Right. Otherwise, I would have for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But I believe I had run-in number 2 with a local pro, a lady of the evening.
When was this?
This was on the elevator this morning. So,
She offered to go down?
as you guys know, when you get on our elevator, you need a
I
key.
heard that.
Sir.
You need a key
Yeah.
to hit the little icon, scan it, then hit your floor. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get on your floor. And so I get on the elevator, and I can hear the high heels of a woman scrambling to make the elevator. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so I stick
You're
my
hitting door close real quick.
stick my arm out there, and she goes, "Oh, thank you." And she walks in, and this is about 9:30 in the morning, and she's totally dolled up, all right, and a little revealy, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
And so as I do that, I put my key on the scanner and hit my floor. And then she just reaches over and hits 7.
That doesn't work, does it?
No, it doesn't. And then she hit it again, And then I'm like, you need your key. And I tried to do it for her, but it won't. You can't do it twice.
You can only do your floor. I think.
Yes.
Gordo learned this when he was trying to go to all the floors.
I may have tried to go to one particular floor.
Christmas tree.
Just to see if they've done any remodeling.
Oh, my God.
Because I'm interested in remodeling.
Why on one particular?
That there's no door at the end of the hallway like there are on the other ones?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Let it go. So
I was trying to sign up for his walking tour last night, but he told me
every city
all closed.
Every city, Gordon has a ghoul tour.
No, I don't. I do not.
Like, Gordon, do you have any spots left on your Las Vegas ghoul tour?
So ridiculous. I will say that at the end of that hall where there should be a doorway and now there's just sheetrock, there is a Gordon-shaped hole in that as I just ran full force through it.
At first.
Being summoned.
I want me some glory hole.
So
now,
the lady,
that case creeps me out too much.
So I told the lady, I go, well, maybe you can get off on 8 and then take the stairs down. She goes, no. The stairs, once you go in there, you're trapped in there. I was like, oh.
Oh, she knows.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll follow you in.
You won't be trapped?
You into that?
Are you a whore?
Sir.
Jeez.
That's not...
Boy, you just...
That's not a nice way
0
to
to 100?
Let's do E-News.
So then she said.
Oh, we're not done.
No, we're not done. Then she said, I'll just figure out. I'll text him and then he'll come. And I'm like, you were going up to sneak up there because the dude was probably too embarrassed to meet her down at the elevators, and she thought she could run into an elevator, right, and just kind of.
Or he just ordered delivery.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what it is.
He door gashed her.
All right, get that.
No,
I think you can. That's fine,
dude.
What?
What? Well, I'm saluting you. This is a great idea.
You think it's a business opportunity?
Yes.
Did you guys dump that back there?
Do you know how to create an
Nope.
app?
Good.
All right, now we're
because I
gonna
just
do-
misspoke.
Okay,
I
coming up next.
mumbled my words.
It's a miracle that Corby is actually doing the show today.
Oh no!
Since we're in entertainment, before you throw it to Dave, since we're in entertainment news, that's huge that was Wayne Newton.
I know.
That's like Mr. Vegas there.
He is. He's the god of this town.
He was 20 feet away from us.
Does he still do stuff?
I think so.
Well, he was just on with San Antonio.
Weren't you
Radio
short-circuited
Row.
by Donkashane with you thought it was a girl singing and stuff?
Yeah, because it's
See, you can find Donkashane. See if that song's still out there.
Yeah, look that up, Expo.
And Ferris Bueller sang it.
Yeah.
Got it popular again.
Play that.
But I think Wayne Newton was like 16 when he sang that. Here it is.
It's a girl.
Yeah, it sounds like a hot girl.
Yeah, this was Craig's been through this with Billy Gilman. Dave went through this with Hanson.
I'm going to go tell Wayne Newton that he's my Billy Gilman. You guys just watch him try to form a confused
So this
facial
is young
expression,
Wayne Newton?
but he can't because
this is Ferris Bueller in the shower.
Yeah, this is Wayne Newton. You never heard this song, Dave?
I've heard it. I just didn't know it was young Wayne Newton.
Yeah, young, hot Wayne Newton.
I've used it many times without knowing.
Used it.
Here's Dave.
All right. Corby, are you sitting down?
I am.
Uh-oh. Is this bad news for Corby?
Jason Isbell and Amanda Shires
Oh, yeah.
have filed for divorce.
Oh!
They listed
What did
their
you just
date
say?
of separation as December 3rd, citing irreconcilable differences.
Yep.
And they filed on December 15th.
Corby predicted this.
If Corby's so
Corby
sad
said,
about this,
anytime you got a woman that has too many ambitions, you can't stay with them. I was like, what are you talking about, Corby?
Is Corby sad about this? If so, why is he parting his hair and feathering it
I don't know.
to approach her?
Would it improve my odds of being best friends with Jason if I tried to date his ex-wife?
No, he'd hate you.
Or him.
Man, obviously, what's
So go
that
after
one
him.
video of her wearing that outfit? That's
The good outfit?
Yeah,
Yeah, she wears
the
that
good,
everywhere.
good.
Yeah. She likes to dress in very nice outfits when she's playing the fiddle on stage.
Mm-hmm.
She likes to
If
give
you
you
will.
up skirts while she's fiddling.
Now, this was kind of known out there in the world. Kat and I were having heavy discussions about it this week.
You know, with the documentary and all.
Yeah, that was like 3 years ago.
I still haven't seen that.
Well,
you'll get a good sign of things to come.
You'll watch it and then you'll say, I'll give it 6 months.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, and she is the one that got him sober. He really owes his career to her because that dude was so...
That's a little overstated.
Well, he may be dead at this point.
True. But
he was
he
so
also
bad.
He has a little talent,
Well,
too.
he's obviously immensely talented. But what I'm saying is just to get his life squared away and to a point now where he is able to do what he does without drinking 6 bottles of whiskey or whatever it was every day.
Let's just keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ominous.
Tough thing to go through here.
I'm 42 years old.
Because they have kids, right?
They
have one daughter.
An 8-year-old.
Yeah.
Mercy. So he had said back in 2020. So 2020 is when the rough spots started because that's when they were making the album and the documentary. And he said that, I guess his creative process, he started to push everyone away and butt heads with everyone in his life. And he said at one point, I said it'd be easier if someone had cheated. Then we could say you did this or I did this and somebody needs to be sorry. But it was more like we just don't know each other anymore.
Isn't that wild? Like, you can literally... And this was one of those deals where he has said 1,000,000 times, I knew I loved her from the very second that I first saw her, which was years before they got married, right? Because they were in the same music circles and all that.
A friend of his or another band member or something?
No, I don't think so. I mean, maybe, or someone in the industry. But, I mean, they were one of those crazy Billy Bob Thornton, Angelina Jolie couples that were like, oh, my God.
Yeah, you're my person.
Yes, exactly. And then a decade later, it's like, well, we gave it a good shot. Time to move on.
Yeah, everything has an expiration date.
Right. Well, shout out to them both.
Do you like her or not like her?
No, I love her. I think she's great. She's great for the band, and obviously she'll never play with them again.
You don't think so?
Have you registered which...
Sometimes they stay in the band.
Man.
Have you registered which grandstand you'll be in at the hearing?
The thing is, so many of those songs are written about her and written about their time. But I guess that's the case with a lot of artists. They go through these things. They write songs. Taylor Swift's new record is going to be about her 11th breakup in the last decade or whatever, so... maybe it'll get him going. R.I.P. Jason and Amanda. R.I.P.
R.I.P. Oh, speaking of R.I.P., somewhat notable music death. You guys remember Mojo Nixon?
Was that a Oklahoma thing, or is that the Nixons?
No, the Nixons were an Oklahoma band.
Okay.
But no, he was known for an 1987 song, Elvis is Everywhere.
Do you remember that name, Mojo Nixon?
I remember the name, yeah. I don't
think I remember the song.
So his real name, Neil Kirby McMillan Jr. He died at the age of 66. So he was on the Outlaw Country Cruise, and he had just performed last night. And then today he was found dead on board the ship in his room, and his family says it was a cardiac event.
Well, yes, every death is a cardiac event.
I hope somebody put his pants on. Can you do that if you're like the shipmate and you find someone and they're all nude and stuff? And
like, do you have to leave the crime scene intact, or you can
just put their pants on and just help everybody else out?
He had one song called Debbie Gibson is Pregnant with My Two-Headed Love Child.
Okay.
Mark.
So he wrote bits, right?
Yeah, he was kind of a novelty songwriter.
But you said you hope to die on a cruise ship someday?
Me?
Yeah.
When you die on a cruise ship, do they bury you at sea?
They should. They should just throw your body overboard.
Why? So sharks can get at you?
Who cares?
So it's
You're
circle
dead.
of life?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it is weird how, like, do cruise ships, this is an interesting question, do cruise ships have a morgue?
Yeah.
Like a refrigerated area?
Or they just put you in the walk-in with all
they
the
can't put
leafy
you with
vegetables?
no, they can't do that. Put you in the crisper.
He's in the walk-in.
They can't do that.
Yeah, they have to, because if you're gone for, a week or whatever, and you're 2 days away from any land. You have to have something to put the body.
And there's old people that take cruises, so
course,
they're getting up there in age.
Don't you pose them on the front of the ship like
Titanic?
Yeah.
King of the World
And
business.
people are doing cocaine on ships all the time.
Seahawks are pecking their eyes out.
Plugging their eye, hanging by
seagulls,
hanging by
Bobby
its optical
Wagner.
nerve.
Yeah, no.
I'm seeing that most cruise ships are required to have a morgue on board.
Wow. What about a jail? I wonder if they have some place of confining someone.
A brig?
I can
a
promise you
brig.
this.
What's a combination morgue?
If we ever
jail?
go on a cruise together, I'm going to kill you.
Who are you talking to?
You.
Why?
Because they have a morgue.
I don't want to be in the morgue dead. I just want to go there and visit the dead bodies.
How far away could we be from a ticket cruise?
Yeah,
we got to be there
why don't
right
we do
now.
that?
Yeah, we know when we've fully jumped the shark when we have our ticket cruise.
Join us in the Caribbean.
3 nights of Time Wasters.
7 nights of the Bird Dogs.
Every night after the buffet.
Watch a live taping of Norman Mary's podcast.
We move all the tables and chairs for another time waster.
Mojo Nixon had 2 sons.
Oh.
So, anyway.
Maybe they strapped him to a wakeboard and just threw him out the back, and he's just
Skittering on the top.
Yeah, skittering behind
Yeah.
the cruise ship.
Yeah, because you don't want the dead body, on board with you.
Yeah, he might haunt the ship.
So, and you got to tow him back to shore somehow.
I want to somehow.
So the wakeboard's a good
So
solution.
if you're towing him, he doesn't haunt.
We'll put him on skis.
Yeah, that's a haunting
just
rule.
Weekend at Bernie's him on
Yeah,
skis.
but when I kill you, I'll put you in the 2 skis, but I'm going to cut your head off. But I'm going to have it to where.
So I'll be a headless skiing Gordo?
But you're holding your head.
Yeah.
So I'm just holding the ski rope with one hand.
Yeah, and you got your head in the other, but the head is facing the boat.
Like a football.
And it's animated, so it's like animatronics in it, so it's talking and then replaying classic bits.
The Muse and the Dude.
Welcome to the 2025 ticket cruise.
Why is my voice like Big Tex?
Oh, man.
Don't forget the time wasters at 8 p.m.
Coming up on the Kill Bill.
Your
So
buddy,
anyway, rest in peace.
your buddy Brett Favre claims that he talked to Toby Keith.
Just sent him a rooster shot right before he died.
Yeah, just a few days
Allegedly.
before Toby Keith passed, he had sent him a rooster shot. He said, I think in the end he was just tired. He said when we had our conversation, he said, Brett, whatever happens, I'm okay with it. And that the time he had talked to him before that, in December, after I guess Toby Keith had done a couple of live shows, despite being so gaunt, because he lost over 130 pounds.
Yeah, he got small.
But Favre said in December that Toby Keith told him, I quit chemo because it probably did more damage to me than the cancer did.
Yeah.
So that's his claim, that he had stopped chemo before the end. And then this last one, this is for you, Bob.
Distance?
More about Brett Favre's D picks?
No. Have you heard of the movie Miller's Girl?
No.
Ooh. Okay, well, it stars
Martin Freeman.
It stars Martin Freeman and Jenna Ortega.
Kind of feel like I need to
Don't look
plow
at me.
through that.
And so she plays a writing student named Cairo, and it says she embarks on a creative odyssey when her teacher assigns her a project that entangles them both in an increasingly complex web. So Martin Freeman is her teacher in the movie.
Okay.
So she is 21, he is 52, and they have a love scene in the movie.
She can't consent to that love scene in that movie.
She's 21.
Yeah, but the power imbalance and the age difference.
Well, the intimacy coordinator...
You guys don't keep up with the culture like I do.
The intimacy coordinator for the movie has spoken out because people are outraged. Like, how could Martin Freeman even simulate having love with Jenna
clearly
Ortega?
a predator.
And so the intimacy coordinator said many people thought this process or many times throughout this process, we engaged with Jenna to make sure she was consistent with what she was comfortable with. And she was determined to be sure of what she wanted to do. She said, I'm hyper aware of my talent and making sure we're consistently checking in and at no point are any of their boundaries being crossed. And so especially when someone is significantly younger, they are giving continuous consent.
Yeah, continuous enthusiastic.
Yes,
consent.
Enthusiastic continuous consent. So,
they
Bob,
yell
would
cut
you,
every 2 seconds
would,
to ask her again.
Would you want continuous enthusiastic consent from Jenna Ortega?
Fair question.
On behalf of Morgan Freeman or
No,
Martin
First off,
Freeman.
it's Martin.
Oh,
They're not
Morgan
having him
Freeman.
sleep with a 90-year-old.
Was it Antonio Freeman? Martin Freeman from the British Office.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm approving of.
And Lord of the Rings. He was the Tolkien white guy.
Do you know he's that old?
God.
In Wakanda forever.
Tolkien white guy.
In Fargo season 1.
That's right. Fargo season 1. Killed his wife with a hammer. That's how I'm going to cut your head off.
With a
You're
hammer?
going to cut my head off with a hammer.
Uh-huh.
For a cruise.
Yep.
Okay. Is anybody else hearing all the threats that I'm hearing
Yes.
here? Everybody seems to be underreacting to the violence.
I just want Wednesday to be happy, Dave.
Okay.
I do
All right.
too.
Well,
when's that show coming back on?
What?
Wednesday.
I think they're in the middle
Thursdays,
of
right?
They're about to start shooting season 2, I believe.
Okay.
But
she's in that? Is she Wednesday?
She is Wednesday.
That's when Bob said he wanted to plow through her.
How'd you decode that one?
But when Miller's Girl comes out,
Bob watched it, and
streaming.
you're 51, and she's 20 years old.
Everybody
Watched
sends
it?
screen grabs to Bob.
She was 17 when it was shot.
What are you doing, Bob?
Watching TV.
Yes, but you're significantly older than she is.
You're not allowed to watch TV. You can't watch football anymore either. You're too old.
Yes, you are. It's exploitative of the young.
All these players are so young. All right, the Rant Revival is coming up next on the ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, Gordon. Here's your first test. Your Super Bowl quiz.
Okay.
The net worth
of you?
Of Carrot Top.
Boy, this is a tough one because I for some reason I have a feeling like he's probably like a really good businessman or something.
How many years did you say he's been doing his residency here?
Oh, so he works in residence here.
Yeah.
Dang.
2005,
So
I think.
He's probably got $20 million, $30 million.
Okay. He's at 70.
Jeez. Man, why didn't we do a residency?
Now the net worth.
Well, that comes after the ticket cruise. Then we
that's
join a casino out here.
The net worth of Toby Keith.
He's $80 million, I bet.
400.
See, I don't believe that. This is from that BS website that you guys buy all the time.
What do you mean website?
It's Celebrity Net Worth or one of those deals that they just
have
completely
reporters.
make it up.
What do
But
you
he
mean
owns
website
He
is
owns
funny?
restaurants and beers and things like that too. But
Yeah.
still, 400 million. Okay, we just saw the icon of
Super Bowl Hitler.
This entire place. What is the net worth of Super Bowl Hitler? No,
It is my mission to get a photo, by the way.
What is the
You're
net
gonna
worth
creep shot him?
of Wayne
Yeah.
Newton, who has worked in Vegas, I'm assuming, on a semi-continuous basis since the 1950s? And he's still doing
But
it.
does he still bring in money? I'm going to guess he's worth $200 million.
That's a good guess. I like it. I like 200.
Dave?
Yeah, sure. Let's go 220.
190.
Wayne Newton is
$1.
$20 million poorer
Then
than
Carrot Top?
Carrot Top.
Wow.
And you said Carrot Top was how much?
70. So Wayne's 50.
Huh.
Where's Bono in this?
Bono has like $700 million.
Yeah, he's got to have close to a B. Close to
According to Craig, he was telling me, he was talking about Bono's net worth this morning, walking back from the show. Hey, man, I just really want to talk to you about Bono's net worth. Like, I just finished the show with you. Can I just get to my room?
Yeah.
No, man, listen.
He tried to pull you aside in
Yeah.
hushed tones.
Did you, Bob, feel any guilt as it looked like we may have been on some sort of hamster wheel with no exit last night trying to get to that venue?
Honestly, most of the guilt was just knowing how badly I was going to be filleted this morning. Because there's a lot of pressure, and I should have remembered this. This goes all the way back to like the Shaq roast and everything else, that if you at any point handle logistics, or if you consider the steering wheel in life, where you're dad and you're just kind of going to organize today's vacation plans.
Yeah.
Just know that the den of thieves are going to turn on you at the first sign of inconvenience.
Uh-huh.
And yes, it was very early in the trip, maybe just getting off the wrong stop at the tram, which wasn't even me.
No.
That was like everybody. And
no, your first mistake was not letting us take the express. No, it goes the same place. No reason to take the express. If we were taking the express, it would have been fine.
It cost you like 30 seconds if nobody gets off at the wrong spot. But yes, you're right.
Yeah, and then
in retrospect, that's what I would have. I would have gone with the Express to the Excalibur. But then once the weaving path from the Excalibur to the MGM Grand, which really is across the street, but it's like a 12-minute across the street.
Yeah.
That's when I started losing the troops, and I realized this is out of my control.
Well, and then we all paid.
And your wife is mad at you.
Then we all paid $6 for the monorail ticket. If we had pooled all our money, we could have gotten an Uber XL.
Well,
been there already.
Yeah, the only mild defense I would have for that is I was told it was going to be gridlock trying to get down there, so don't take a car. But yes, of course, based on how easy we all got back.
Oh, my God.
That was so quickly.
I couldn't believe an hour and a half was the time that we left the hotel from the time that we checked our tickets into the Sphere. An hour and a half, and it was 3 miles.
That's not efficient.
No, my God. It was the amount of times that we had to stop in random casinos to ask people where we were and how to get out of here. The casino that we thought we were going into to take a shortcut through, hey, we're lost.
My friend moved here like in the year 2000, and he's like, oh, it's really easy. You take the tram, cross the street, take the monorail, you're there. And all I could think of was that's not how easy it is.
Yeah, maybe when it's not Super Bowl week and it's not U2 in residence at the Sphere.
And you're weaving through casinos that you've never been in, and they're all set up to get you turned around so you don't know where you are.
So you can't leave.
So you can't leave.
There are no signs.
And I think all told we had to walk through like 5 different casinos to get there. I don't know. You know what?
Freezing outside.
You know what would have been easier, Gordon, if the monorail would have picked us up at our hotel and taken us right to the Sphere.
Like the top, and we slid down.
But it didn't work out that way.
Okay, I'm going to give you my mission statement on last night, which I believe I shared with Dave last night, but I've not shared with anyone else. I'd like to share it with you guys since you were all there.
This sounds like a Hardline exclusive.
This was last night, U2 at the Sphere. This was not the best concert I had been to. This was not even the best U2 concert I had been to.
I know.
But walking out of there, that was the best event that I've ever attended.
What do you mean?
Well, that's threading a needle.
Yeah, I don't even understand. What all did you say there?
It's not the best U2 concert.
Not the best event.
No. It's not the best concert I've ever been to. It's not the best U2 concert I've been to. I've seen them multiple times where I like the set list better.
Okay.
But pair it with what went on at the Sphere, and you have the best thing that I've ever been to.
Yeah.
That's how good the Sphere is.
I think it was the best concert I've ever been
and
to.
And I could be twisted into that because of the latter.
It was so good.
The concert was lackluster.
But
no, it wasn't.
It was. And, Dave was sitting in with us this morning. Dave, who's on y'all's show.
Thank you for having me.
3 to 7.
Hi, Dave.
He was on with
Where'd
us
you come from?
with the Musers. And I said as much, that this was about the event, much more than the band and the show. They didn't.
Yeah,
I don't think they liked that
there's
too
nothing
much.
wrong with
but
that.
That's true.
It was incredible. Like, I was so blown away damn near every single second over a concert that, yes, I love the music, but again, it wasn't like my favorite thing that I've seen from them, but that damn Sphere, and you can't explain it because it doesn't make any sense unless you've actually been there.
Yeah.
The videos on your phone don't make any sense. Like, it doesn't do it justice.
The videos, that's interesting because the photos and videos, while they are just a little bit difficult to fully translate, and in fact, there was a moment where they had just like an all-blue background, and it was so blue and so perfect for that song they were doing, which I can't remember which song it was. But your phone could not even handle it. Like, your phone tried to make it purple or just
right. Yeah, the colors are too much.
The colors are just it's all too much. It's a sensory overload that tells you where live music might be heading. And there's a lot of false alarms, and this is the way tech is going to take us in the next 10 years. But I don't feel like that was a false alarm. I feel like we did get a look at what the future might be for live shows.
Well, when they're projected on the screen in hyper-realistic detail, you may as well be seeing hologram U2.
It's so good. I wanted it to be amazing because it was a lot of money and a lot of trouble, and it started with Dave and I speed dialing in October to make this happen, and 10 out of 10. I thought it was unbelievably great.
It totally lived up to expectations, which were sky high, and it is the one venue in the world that is more important than the performer on the stage.
Yes, absolutely, and they're. Dave and I were talking about this last night afterwards, the number of bands that could go in there and make something like that happen.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you've got to have the clout.
Well, there's the bar, and now how do people take that bar and raise it?
Yeah, you've got to have the money to be able to put together the video program that thing needs and deserves.
And honestly, I think there's a lot of acts that won't know what to do with that.
No, they wouldn't.
For instance, like Pearl Jam.
No, they would want nothing to do with
I don't
that.
think they would have. But U2, as long as I've been seeing them, and the first time I saw them is a lot later than most of you guys, because I didn't see them until 92, in the Zoo TV tour. And that tour, by definition, was them seemingly getting bored with just a rock and roll show, and they wanted to introduce technology.
Were they in football stadiums at that point?
Yes,
yeah.
yes, and it was Zoo TV. It was Call the White House. It was all Lou Reed up on the screen doing "Satellite of Love" duet with Bono. I mean, there was a ton of tech in 1991 or 92. Then they had the giant lemon in the middle of their stage in 96, and just all the times where they are like, "We're bored. Let's try something new." And sometimes it's been great. Sometimes you're like, let's get back on the track here, boys. But whatever the case is, this is perfect for them because this addresses all of their ADD for what a live show can be. And I don't know that there's a long list of acts that feel that way.
Right.
Because
I'm sorry to interrupt.
No.
But what we were talking about last night is what acts could pull it off. And so I'd like to ask you guys, who would you most want to see there? Because I would love to see The Cure there. I could see The Cure taking that kind of imagery and customizing what they already do to that venue. I know you kind of have talked about trying to make Dead and Company happen. Would that be your top of the list?
I think Radiohead could pull that off.
Yeah.
And I think I would like to see them.
That's a good answer.
Most. But, yeah, I'm going to try to get up to see Dead and Company because I think because they're always at the forefront of lighting, that type of imagery, things like that. Whatever they put up there is going to blow people away. People are going to die. They're going to be so freaked out by what the Dead does to that screen.
I think I know I'll get ridiculed for this, but I think Coldplay would be great. I think based on their live shows and their seemingly using U2 as their inspiration their entire career, I bet you they would put that place.
I bet you in the next 2 years the Stones have a little month-long 6-show run here,
See, I'd love to see someone like Taylor Swift, believe it or not.
She could.
Someone young that already has dancing and stuff like that and choreography on the stage as well as using the sphere.
Can you imagine?
So I think someone like her, or if you want to go an old act, I think someone like McCartney, that you could use a lot of old Beatle footage up there, repurposed in new ways.
That's why I said the Stones,
Or Prince.
Prince would be great.
Hologram Prince.
God, what about
wonder what's happening with him these days.
What about he's dead? What about weird fake Prince that we saw on the sign that you said looked like?
It looked like Key and Peele Prince
yeah,
sketch.
Key and Peele skit. Yeah.
Can we carry this over and talk about the show a little bit?
Yeah, I can carry it over.
Unless, I don't know.
Yeah, let's carry it. Let's carry this over, man.
Okay, and then we got follow at 5:55 here on the ticket.
Party. All right, it is 5:38. Here on the Hard Line, we are live at Radio Row, home of Super Bowl Hitler and so many others.
I just did another lap to try and get a picture. He disappeared into his bunk.
So has no one got a picture with him at all?
No.
And nobody knows what he does?
Surely he will be back here tomorrow. It's my mission to get a picture.
We need more than that, though. We need to know who he is. And what if he says, I'm Super Bowl Hitler?
God, and we completely nailed it.
I knew it.
Nailed
I
it.
knew it.
Is that a famous athlete?
Why do you
He
say
looks
that?
famous. Because he looks famous.
That's Doug Williams.
See there? Told
Yeah.
you.
First
That's the
African American Super Bowl champion.
Didn't we find out that was like an urban legend that somebody asked him how long he's been a black quarterback? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
There was something about it to where it turned out it didn't go down exactly how we thought it did.
Yeah. I think you're right, but I can't remember the specifics of it, so I'm not going to be much help here. However, I feel like we missed a birthday.
Okay.
Because Sloan emailed both of us.
Sloan
Peterson. Sloan Ibanez. And she says...
Ibanez.
It's definitely Ibanez. She says, hi, Bob and Corby.
No, that's Ibanez, dude. I played him for years.
So cheap.
Please wish our P1 dad Mike a happy birthday from his 2 daughters. His leader is the Leprechaun and Robot Santa.
Oh, my gosh.
He's been a P1 since 2003 and forced us to listen to the Musers every morning as he drove us to school.
Way to go, Gordon.
The hard line in the afternoon. So there you go. Please, happy birthday to your P1 dad.
Happy birthday, indeed.
Big Mike.
So did you guys
Happy birthday.
up there in your sitting area, your elite sitting area?
What's our elite sitting area?
At the Sphere.
Oh, at the Sphere. Yeah.
Right underneath Adam Sandler.
Yeah, did y'all
I know it.
Could y'all tell that Adam Sandler and Chris Rock and David Spade were right above you?
No.
Yeah, they were 2 suites over from us.
Okay.
I got to tell you,
we were in a different suite.
Did you think everybody on the floor was turning around to look at you?
Yes, I thought so at first.
we were wondering.
Oh my God, there's the great Gordo.
We were sitting up there where the suites have no name, and
what?
And we were.
Finish your thought.
You know, the weirdest thing about the Sphere, in my opinion, is it has the capacity of the AAC. And
yeah, but it's all stacked on top of each
my
other.
mind cannot handle that. Like, it's all on one big stand going straight up to the moon. I would almost love a field trip there as much as I would love seeing a show, but to understand it.
Were people sitting, or did you stand the whole time?
No,
we sat.
No, there was a fair amount of standing to begin, probably the first 30 minutes, and then most people were seated for much of the rest of the show until we did get to Streets there at the end, and then the last 5 songs were probably standing as well, except Gordon, who was reading.
I was not reading during the show. I was reading before the show.
Did you ever get up, stand up, and clap and things like that? And go, yeah!
I clapped after every song.
Did you put
politely about 4 times? Just.
Did you put on
Next.
your noise-canceling headphones?
I did.
he was. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh well, I mean, Ty Walker has already got the Oak Cliff Patsy's logo shirt up on Twitter.
I would just say that I've listened to the Musers since 1998 very faithfully, and so I know the drill. And I expected this guy to my right, Mr. Gordon, to have a list of grievances no matter what was going to happen, because that's the brand.
I wasn't doing it for
I
gave an honest review this morning.
I had my Gordon bingo card out this morning, and I'm like, oh, the mix wasn't just right. Bingo, too many guitar changes. Okay, we went right down the list, and it was wonderful to see him perform live.
Right,
which included, yes, he had a Kindle and was enjoying a nice book in the build-up to the show.
It was downtime. What was I supposed to do?
You brought in a tablet?
Yes, there was nothing going on. I brought in an e-reader.
What were you reading?
A tablet.
What were you reading?
Victim F.
Okay.
Which is the story of that woman who, An American Nightmare, the series on Netflix. I'm reading her book.
He's like a toddler that you have to bring an iPad to put on Blue's Clues.
Did you bring your toys, your activities?
Yeah, I brought my activity book.
So you had some noise canceling headphones.
I look like a kid. I'm wearing ear protection.
You look like an autistic kid.
Seriously, dude. What are you doing?
What?
So and we almost lost him.
My hearing.
We almost lost him, too, because we were walking through our 9th casino to get there.
Okay, I'm sorry.
And we were walking through, like, the shops at the Venetian or something like that, and there was a store called Old Leather-Bound Books or something. And
it was Ballman's Rare Books. It's a famous old shop.
Beelines it in there. I'll be back in like 2 hours.
Yeah, he's live streaming on his Discord, and he stops
on Twitch
and window shops at the Rare Bookstore.
Right.
It was cool. They had a first edition Fox and Socks.
Yeah. He almost walked out of there with one of those Game of Thrones big books, to try to
it's
sneak
just
in there.
Trying to go through the record books there.
Jamie and Cersei's Incest Diary, first edition.
I knew I'd own this someday.
Oh, there's panties in here.
Look here, pop-up book.
And then I'm always lured away by Madame Toussaint's Figures of Wax or whatever that.
Yeah.
I'm not a big wax guy, I'm not going to lie. But
I'm not a big wax guy.
There was an offshoot to go visit it, and we were doing the playlet of that I missed the entire U2 show to go see a Lou Holtz wax figure.
Oh, wow. Look at this.
No.
Okay, Dave, are you at least on my side where you don't get the overpraising of U2? Like it's a little weird to you a little bit? Maybe?
I don't begrudge it's the Musers.
They're one of the biggest bands to ever exist.
It's George and Craig's favorite band.
I know.
It's my favorite band. It was the first CD I ever bought. Was the Joshua Tree. And
but
since
can't you still love someone and go and see him? Like I loved The Outfield. I even performed with him that night. But I sat there and listened to him. And go, okay, that's a little.
Well, if I ever go to a U2 show and I'm not blown away by how into it they are and how vast their catalog is, like last night they're playing a song I've never heard live, and that was like the 7th time I've seen them. All I Want Is You is one of my 5 favorite U2 songs. I've never heard it live. I thought that was amazing. So I absolutely loved the show, and honestly, we paid a lot to see it. And I feel like it delivered on every dollar.
Yeah, and imagine being George and Craig, and you, Bob, too. But, like, if that was my favorite band at that venue, I mean,
it was incredible.
There's nothing better.
I'm not saying that it's not great to go see them there and enjoyable. My point was that can't you, like, there's no criticism at all? Like you're just not allowed to even say, I wish that they would have had his vocals a little bit.
I wish they would have played
EQ'd properly.
I wish they would have played all of Unforgettable Fire, all of War.
Yeah, there you go. That doesn't make you a jerk for saying that.
No, the set list was not to my liking.
Yeah, the set list was not for me.
I would argue.
I thought they sounded great. I thought that Edge's vocals were amazing. I didn't know he sang that much.
Way too high in the mix.
Bingo.
I he was covering for Bono a lot.
Bono's losing his voice.
Double bingo. I would argue that the U2 loyalists, of which I am a card-carrying member, are as predictable as Gordon's review, which was equally predictable.
All right,
I knew it going in, and it's all part of the fun.
Did you think, though, as the wait was painful with that DJ trying to get off the stage? Eventually, he did. And then the build-up for U2, and then here comes the Edge, and then here comes Adam Clayton, and then here comes the new drummer, and they walk out at a normal pacing to get on their perch on the stage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then the dramatic Bono entrance. Oh, my God. It took at least...
Don't say that around Bob. He'll attack you. And
he had Conor McGregor walk a few times.
This was his speed. As everyone's on stage waiting, and Bono's...
sauntering in slow motion. You're not allowed to say in front of Bob because he'll accuse you of being predictable.
Yeah.
No, we're all playing our parts. I would have liked to see a little more urgency out of him, and then as he puts his face down so they can put the big fly glasses on him. I was that's like my I don't know how you would rank the albums, but Achtung Baby is very, very high on my list. And part of it is because I think that was the first year I was in college, and just all that represents for that time in your life. And that's the weird thing about, I think, getting into your 50s is you realize so many things have passed by, and athletes have these little 10-year windows, and so your favorite athletes when you were that age are so gone, and now their grandkids are playing maybe. But in the case of a few bands who stay together and still love playing together and still love touring and maybe even still love putting out new stuff, that's such a unique thing to music.
Yeah.
That just maybe there's a few actors like that, but usually you don't go crazy about actors. But in the case of a band like U2, to kind of be there the first time you discovered music, like when you're 12, and now
they're still there.
They're still there, and you still like almost get verklempt when they start, With or Without You or When the Streets Have No Names, and just what it means to you. It's something sports can't offer you like music can.
My dad went and saw the Stones sometime in the 60s on a business trip in California. And then I saw them in college in the 80s. And then my kid saw him when he was in 6th grade here. And it's just...
That's crazy.
Yes, like you said, that's like still being able to see
Willie Mays.
Jim Brown.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, Jim Brown. My kid just saw Rush for 280.
Yeah.
Oh, he is 80 though. Yeah, I mean, the fact that those guys are still doing it, and despite the fact that Dave said that Bono seems to be shrinking.
Well, everybody is as they get older.
Yeah.
He just looks tinier and tinier as he gets older.
No, I've
doing that old man dance.
He's definitely dancing next to a pot of gold.
Yeah.
And then the finite ability to see that there. I just think that's another point worth making.
Agreed.
Because the signature U2 concert is the Live at Red Rocks show from like 1982 or whatever year that was. Do you know?
I think it was 81.
Yeah.
Whatever the case is, those of us who were 9 years old at the time obviously weren't there. And if you could take a pill and go there and be at Red Rocks for that concert,
I'll do that.
What a moment! And that's
somebody's offering pills. Corby's in,
and that's honestly that's what I thought about this very small window where U2 was going to be in this venue and being able to put on a show like that. I felt like I had to get there.
It's once in a lifetime, dude. What you saw last night, reviews good or bad, that's once in a lifetime type stuff.
No, I can go see him next week.
You're a real jerk. Too. You're just a jerk.
Go see him tonight.
Yeah.
You guys are all jerks.
Would you have felt different if they would have had you come up on stage and play a couple songs with them?
No, I would have refused to do it.
The Edge, you have to agree with this.
That he was arrogant? That's what Davey said.
The Edge,
Davey said he's the most arrogant guitarist he's ever seen perform.
No, you said that.
No, you did.
The Edge has to be...
That? Yeah, I said he looked like fake Richard Gere up there playing.
I will hand it to him. He has stuck with that look for so long.
Yeah.
Like, what does he look like without that hat on?
They say he's missing the whole top of his head. It's bionics up there.
I was thinking because it got a little warm in there.
Just sticks to the brain matter. He has to peel it every time.
They say that.
With 20,000 people, I was thinking that he has to be so uncomfortable in that hat and that leather that I don't know. Like NASCAR drivers have like a tube of air conditioning, attached to their clothes, so they can go through it. But Edge didn't look like he was profusely sweating like I might have been.
Is he the most important band member that we have in rock and roll that is not the lead singer of said band, of whatever band there is?
No, there's lots of them.
Dude, he does so much. He's the entire sound of that band. No, he is. That's a terrible comeback.
He's in the mix. Lars?
Yeah. He's too high on the mix, evidently.
You think Lars is in there?
Maybe, but he doesn't.
It's a little stock.
He does. The Edge does everything.
Give me Johnny Marr over the Edge.
Well, again, that band broke up in 1986.
Yeah,
so.
Because they knew when they were done, unlike U2. Okay, I'm kidding. It was just a line.
All right. Well, there you go.
Okay, if you had to assign a number from 1 to 10, what is your Gordon Keith review
of the concert or the whole show?
The whole
show. Everything considered.
The venue, of course, raises it up to a 9 because I will allow for this to get even better. But yeah, the venue raises it to a 9,
and that's okay.
Yeah,
I gave it a 10. Like, it was perfect for me.
Yeah, I would give it a 9.5.
12.4
Jeez.
out of 10. It was so good.
Okay. It's your favorite. It's your favorite.
It was so good.
You love them.
In fact, I would not take my Kindle to the show.
Yeah.
That's how strongly I felt about it.
What if you found out I was reading an anti-YouTube book there at the beginning?
Oh, he's preparing his material.
Get the Steak Podcast at patreon.com/sportsgreek.
All right, it's 6 o'clock here on the Hard Line. We've enjoyed our time with Gordon.
Thank you.
We'll see you bright and early in the morning.
Thank you. Yes, you will. I think I'm about to go back to the hotel room.
Diarrhea.
Bathtub?
Okay, I've got two different answers.
Or maybe at the same time.
Like the maids walk in and they're like, what are you doing?
No, I'm trying to debate whether I can Twitch tonight or not. I may be meeting up with a friend for dinner. A friend.
An old
in
friend.
air quotes.
Yay. Yeah. A lot of those wandering around. Donovan's got those. Dave had them last night. We never actually see these people, but we hear a lot about them.
Did you get Proposition, Dave?
No.
Okay.
No, my friend works for Cafe Momentum.
What is that?
It's some restaurant
It's
here.
a restaurant that helps at-risk children.
Way to go, Gordon.
Oh,
nice going.
So
there's his shield. He could have just said it's a restaurant that
No.
serves hamburgers, but no. It's a restaurant that helps at-risk kids, Keith.
Well, I'm
now do your little jokes.
Funny man.
I'm sorry, Dave. I wish your friend well. So how do they help at-risk children by serving grilled cheeses and stuff?
He's suspicious.
Like teenage and young adult at-risk kids work there, and they train in the culinary arts and food service.
Yeah.
There.
Culinary arts is a dressed-up term, in my opinion.
It is.
It's just food.
Yeah. It totally is.
But they learn how to work in a kitchen or
Peeling
learn how to work in a
cucumbers.
restaurant.
Yeah. Peel the cellophane off the top, stick it in the microwave. Big deal.
Not
I mean, God bless him. I'm glad he's doing it.
Pizza rolls.
Everything's so expensive. I had a milkshake for lunch. Not for my lunch, but after my lunch. $18.
Yeah.
For the milkshake.
I know. Like, it's hilarious going in this food court and the hamburger, fries, and drink combo was $26.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Subway is twice as expensive as it normally would be.
Oh, they got to fly in the meat.
Now, my dad used to say you could get hamburger, fries, and a milkshake and change back for your $1. So
Yeah.
things have really changed.
Yeah, I think my dad would
Under
say
Biden.
a quarter.
Thanks a lot. This is all Biden stuff,
It
man.
is. Oh, the prices hadn't
God
gone
love
up
you.
since like 1960, and now here we are.
Way to go.
Hear Biden showing classified documents around, too. He's not
Yeah,
even,
everywhere.
Not even going to get in trouble for it.
Just one thing after another. So where did we hear a couple weeks ago that Andy Reid might be ejecting after the Super Bowl? Was that the word on the streets for a while?
That was a report from Travis Mejia.
Yes, it was from Travis. Travis is very plugged in on the Kansas City's message board scene.
Is he?
No lie.
Okay.
And so, yeah, he was hearing that this
No
could
cap.
be it for no cap.
I'm trying to make you more hip.
Was it cap or no cap?
It's no cap.
No cap.
If you're telling the truth.
Okay, but if we say he's retiring, but he's not, then it's definitely cap, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Is cap the opposite of no cap?
It's got to be.
I don't think there is
Help
an
us
opposite
out,
of
Jack.
no cap.
Jack's cool.
Jack, can something be cap?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks for
use
thanks for your assistance.
use it.
Yeah.
Dude.
Jack, please use cap in a sentence that would make sense to the four of us.
Well, you said you two stunk.
Yeah.
That's cap.
Okay.
Bob says that's cap. Bob thinks you two was good.
Uh-huh.
No cap.
But can't you just say you two was good without any caps being involved?
Well, yeah, you had it basically means no lie, so no
Right.
cap. Like
And-
he's not
and-
fronting.
And lie was such a cumbersome term. We had to come up with a
Yeah, lie's too long. All those syllables in that word lie.
An alternate.
You don't have time
Well,
for
that's
all
the
that.
thing.
Kids go with something like cap.
Kids hate vowels. I don't know if you've seen
What?
this. Yeah, this run against vowels.
Boy, this is disparaging to the youngers.
So there's like a whole movement.
Yeah.
To get rid of
the
vowels.
whole vowel movement.
There you go. Served it right to him.
Well, anyway, Andy Reid has been asked all week about this sort of thing.
Yeah.
And he is full-fledged, it sounds like.
He's coming back?
Sounds like he's heard your thoughts, ladies and gentlemen, and Travis, and has indicated that he doesn't see himself as near the end at all.
He doesn't look like he's doing well.
When does he ever look like he's doing well?
Never. He's always looked the same.
No cap?
Well, then
No
maybe
cap.
then maybe he is doing well.
Cap.
Did you see him shuffle into media night?
No.
I mean, he walks slower than Bono.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
For effect? Did he have big fly sunglasses
he just
on?
can't. He just can't move faster than that.
Could Andy Reid replace Bono on stage with a similar presence?
Yes. Anything would be better than Bono.
Anything would be better than
Don't you always worry about people like Andy Reid? It always looks like they can't clean their bottom enough. You know, like they can't.
They can't reach it.
Well, that isn't why I would be worried about him.
Enough. He can clean it, but not enough. Like maybe one or two.
He's missing a few areas.
Yeah.
That's why you got to have a hand sprayer.
Yes, that's true, Gordon.
For Andy Reid bottom.
For years.
Do you think he carries around a portable bidet?
Yeah.
Just like a.
What does a portable bidet look like?
You know, it's like when you
like
buy
a stationary one, but smaller.
It's like when you buy like a Roundup weed killer.
Yeah.
And you have to pump the canister.
Right, to pressurize it.
Yeah, so he has one of those.
Yeah.
He pumps it up, and then he has the wand.
And then every once in a while he gets into a pesticide mix-up.
Yeah.
It burns.
Sprays his own bottom.
Got to be careful there.
Weed killer. Anyway, what were you saying, Bob? Were you talking about what is this bidet story now? Travis Mejia said, "What about it?"
He had that.
Oh,
Did you hear? Well, two things. One, that Mike Vrabel might be Mike Vrabel might be interested in the Cowboys DC job.
Oh, has he spoken up about this?
I don't know. It's the hot rumor that he is considering taking a DC position, and that the Cowboys position would be one that he would be interested in. But then the other thing is that his size is too imposing, and that's why he wasn't hired as a head coach.
Yeah,
what does that mean?
Well, so that was thrown out there by one of these NFL insiders, is that they had talked to somebody in a front office, and the theory on why is Mike Vrabel not being considered, despite his track record, was that he's intimidating to the people that do the hiring in NFL circles, which makes no sense given Dan Campbell is like very similar in height and weight and muscle tone, right?
But even more jacked than Vrabel.
Yes.
Jack
so
this guy.
It's hilarious to hear people in professional football would be intimidated by someone being
by a big man,
by someone being too big and strong.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Now, it's possible you could be big and strong and a bit of an a-hole. And difficult to work with,
George.
and abrasive and over the top.
George.
Whereas maybe Dan Campbell is more of a team guy or works well with others guy. I don't know. Yes, exactly. Kind of the Gordo of his office. But I don't know about that. I do think it's odd that the Cowboys have talked to a lot of pretty big names in the coaching world for their defensive job, and to this point, I don't think they've had contact with Vrabel. Because now that would be one, unlike some of the other names, that would not be a threat to Mike McCarthy. I think Mike Vrabel would be an instant threat.
Yeah.
As if there's a 3-3 start, let's just give this guy the head coaching job and move on with it. I don't know.
No doubt.
Now, I don't know if Vrabel's definitely better than Mike McCarthy at these types of things.
Right.
We don't know.
Would you rather have Vrabel or Zimmer?
I think Zimmer, just because I can actually point and tell you specifically what his thoughts are on these defensive things. And he's an innovator, and he's a guy who's run defenses at a high level a long time. With Vrabel, it's difficult for me to say what he does specifically, other than he's been a pretty good coach for Tennessee and has done a lot of Belichick things over his time there. So I don't know. I'm kind of shocked that New England did not take him more seriously. It looked like Jared Mayo was New England's plan all along.
Yeah.
Which, if Vrabel, and I'd like to go back to that. Like, why did Vrabel work to get away from Tennessee unless he had a really good reason to? And I thought the reason was New England said, if you can get up here, you got this.
And they
didn't
no
even,
interest.
they didn't even look at him.
No, nothing.
Like, what should that tell you?
How long do you – I guess there is no timetable for their three main candidates, if those are the three, that they have no gig and no prospect for any gig.
Well, and there's also the thought that the NFL politely asks to not do anything too crazy news-breaking-wise during Super Bowl week so as to deviate attention from the game at hand.
Boy, how about Travis Kelce being at the U2 show last night with Goodell?
How many places are we going to go where Travis Kelce's going to be there?
Is that not random?
We're at the World Series. There's Travis Kelce. We're at U2.
I know.
There's Travis Kelce. Also, reports are no Kindle for Kelce last night.
Oh, he didn't?
In fact,
wasn't reading?
We're not even sure he reads at all.
He can't spell.
I believe it.
So he probably can't read either.
Community Quick Hits is next.
Maybe the worst mom ever.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Dave.
Thank you. So because of Stars hockey coverage, we have not had Community Quick Hits the last 2 days.
No, we haven't.
And so we have a backlog of amazing Community Quick Hit stories, but I will warn you, these are not uplifting stories.
Way to go, Dave.
However, the way I can couch it is they all result in the perpetrator paying for their crimes.
Ah, yes.
Okay?
Hammurabi's eye for an eye, Dave.
Yes. All right, so we start in Allen, Texas, as on Monday, a mom was arrested by a SWAT team. Her name is Lul Top, Lultop, 36-year-old mother of 6. She faces 6 charges of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Oh.
So police started investigating her on January 8th when police officers were called to her home for a domestic disturbance. And so when they get out there, police say that she had hit her husband in the head with a piece of wood, and all 6 of her children witnessed her assaulting their dad. So at that point, CPS gets involved, and they remove the children from the home, and they begin interviewing the kids about their mom. And so her children told them that she drinks a lot of alcohol.
Check.
And that when she can't find alcohol, she makes her children look to find some for her.
Well, how would they find it if it doesn't exist?
I don't know.
All right.
And then when they can't find the alcohol, she becomes angry and threatens to cut off their hands and fingers.
Ah.
Off.
One of the children said that she forced him to drink a brown-colored alcohol.
Why would you give your kid good bourbon? Give him the bad stuff.
Yeah, just give him, like, rot gut vodka.
Right.
They don't have the complex palate that it takes to drink bourbon.
No.
Is that a brand of vodka?
Rot gut vodka.
Yeah.
And then most egregious is that the children told investigators about an incident when she tried to put the youngest child into an oven that was on.
Dude.
What?
But they got her, right?
Yeah. One of the older kids got I think it was a 3 or 4-year-old that she was trying to put in the oven. And one of the older brothers or sisters grabbed the kid and hid that child and made sure that nothing bad happened.
Good Lord.
So, and lastly.
Oh, we're not done?
No. She denied harming her children, but she did admit to having cocaine in the house. But she said that the cocaine belonged to her husband.
Oh.
But then when investigators tested her children for cocaine, all 6 tested positive.
Off.
So she's giving her kids cocaine. So
And this is in Allen?
In Allen, Texas. So on Monday, the SWAT team shows up to arrest her on these charges.
Lil Top?
Lil Top. And she barricaded herself in the attic and had an extensive standoff, but then finally they were able to get her out of the home and put her under arrest.
She should have taken her fat ass and stuffed it in the oven.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I would nominate her
Snake.
for worst mom of all time.
She's up there, Lil Top. Is that her hip-hop name?
Lol Top?
Yeah.
Not that I'm aware of, but...
Now here's a nominee for worst husband of all time.
Okay.
Mason Herring is a 39-year-old attorney from Houston.
Is this going to get me off the top of the list?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
I think this will definitely knock you down at least one peg.
Okay.
So he pleaded guilty yesterday to injury to a child and assault of a pregnant person. So his wife, Catherine Herring, told authorities that her husband, in March of 2022, began lecturing her on hydration because she was pregnant. He was saying, you've got to stay hydrated. And so he gave her some water, and she became severely ill after drinking that first cup. And she noted that the water appeared cloudy, and he said, well, that must be the pipes being dirty.
Yeah. But drink it anyway.
And so she became suspicious, and she began refusing all of the other drinks that he kept offering her. And then in the trash, she found packaging for a drug that is used to induce abortion.
God.
So he definitely did not want this child. And so she has filed for divorce, and she told the court during sentencing that that his 180-day sentence is not long enough because their 1-year-old daughter, who did survive and is their third child, that their third child was born 10 weeks premature, has developmental delays, and has to attend therapy 8 times a week. Because he was trying to poison his pregnant wife.
Oh.
And he only gets 180 days.
Yeah, that doesn't seem right.
That doesn't add up.
Does he have access to the kids, too? Like,
well, I mean, that'll be separate because she's filed for divorce, so I'm sure that he will have zero custody when they realize that he tried to murder his unborn third child.
Yeah, I don't like this guy, Bob.
No. Bad guy.
We have a string of bad parenting in this edition of Community Quick Hits.
This last one, this guy is not a parent, but he is an extremely bad guy. He is a former American Airlines flight attendant. 37-year-old guy, Estes Carter Thompson III. He was arrested last month for using his cell phone to secretly record young girls using the restroom on planes he was working.
Uh-oh.
So he would
What do you mean by young girls?
Okay. So he would see a girl that fit his profile, I suppose, and he would take them out of coach and say, why don't you use the first class restroom? And he would take them up to first class, and then before the little girl would go in, he would say, hang on, I'm going to wash my hands. And then he would wash his hands, and then he would come out and he would say, oh, by the way, don't put the lid down, the seat's broken. And so he would hide his iPhone. He would tape it up to the seat and put it behind a sign that said, seat broken. And then he would video these girls in the bathroom. And so a 14-year-old girl was on a flight from Charlotte to Boston last September, and she was suspicious of him, so she took a photo of him with her phone, and she and her parents got that picture to authorities. And so the FBI started looking into him. They confiscate his phone, and his iCloud account had many inappropriate videos from airplane restrooms with victims ranging from 7 to 14.
Off. What in the world?
What a creep show that guy is.
Wow.
So just
and how crude. It's not even a very well-oiled machine. Like, how did he not get busted before?
Right, like taping your iPhone to the toilet seat.
Right.
I mean, there's a number of red flags that suggest this guy is probably not good at crime. But one, I would think, is if you are doing the peeping Tom thing, having automatic upload to your iCloud is probably a good way to say, I want to be caught immediately.
Like, if you were a parent and you saw a nice flight attendant say, oh, what are you doing all the way back here? Let's bring you up to first class to go TT.
Yeah, let's go way far away from your parents.
Like, how does that happen?
That's weird, too.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then he's like, hold on, I need to stage this bathroom before you use it.
Right. Okay,
things.
it's clean. Maybe he said that. Oh, there was a boy that went in here before, and he was dirty boy.
Why'd you...
What?
You just said that so weird. You took a creepy story and you actually made it worse.
It's like you've said that before.
But again, why would you invite her to use this pristine bathroom and then have to tell her that somebody just destroyed this thing? Let me clean it up first.
I know. Yeah, it's all very cheap.
Yeah. So to this point, American Airlines has declined to comment.
Oh, no.
Is he still flying?
No.
No, he's not
He
the
is
Friendly
He
Skies?
is a former American Airlines employee, but yes, he is in trouble with the FBI.
Okay.
And that's your Community Quick Hits. An uplifting Super Bowl edition of Community Quick Hits.
Indeed.